Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
On today's episode, we got to talk about a lot of things, like the Minnesota Timberwolves not being sold, like Draymond Green getting ejected again,
He almost got suspended again last night as well.
like Jalen Brunson putting up 60 in a loss because Wemby put up 40 and 20, and we're also investing stock. Y'all got y'all portfolios ready?
I do.
Got my portfolio right here.
Okay, all right. Be sure to leave a like.
I ain't know my portfolio was so sexy.
Leave a like, subscribe to the channel as we are on our road to 100K. Go to audio platform, Spotify, Apple. Give us 5 stars so we can continue to climb up those charts. Fellas, how we doing?
I'm feeling amazing. How you feeling?
Feeling great, feeling great. Woke up this morning, got my car, and it started dinging. That can't be good.
Yeah. Them cars, they just more expensive. You know, what you see.
Got a haircut?
I did. Because you know what we doing afterwards. We got to take our pictures.
Yep.
But you know, the car, it's got the price tag on it, it's never going to be it because you're going to have to put, obviously you got your gas, but the maintenance is where the crazy stuff comes in.
That's why I bought the used PT Cruiser because it was cheap and the maintenance is really low.
The 2004. Oh, okay.
That's how you get them back, though. You buying it. What you need to do is lease it.
No.
I'm glad you said the 60-point game for JB though, because that's where the drop the mic kind of comes from.
Oh.
I'm gonna give a little bit more background. The Spurs did pull this game out, but it was a lot of times where I was like, especially when Wemby went off in the fourth and it was Devin Vassell making the plays. It was a lot of times I was like, you see the youth with a lot of these other guys on the Spurs team. So it always just makes you imagine what the Spurs is gonna look like when Wemby has a legit team around them. So today we're going to be doing a fantasy draft for Wemby, just starting 5. Everybody's got Vic at the starting center spot. You get 1 all-star, and then the rest role players.
Okay.
The way we going to do the draft order?
Let Darrick get first pick. It seemed like he got somebody in mind already.
I
feel like first pick might be a little hard.
You see why I'm trying to give it to Darrick, right?
D-Mills got first pick.
Just any
going
all-star?
down the row.
Steph Curry.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Wemby's the type of dude that can cover up some of the deficiencies of
One
Steph Curry
all-star,
defensively.
right? Not an MVP or top.
1 all-star. Pick whoever you want.
I'm going to get sexy with it.
Jalen Brunson.
You already paid your pick.
He already picked.
I'm Adam Silver going to the podium, but like, no. Darrick, don't
I thought we were
him.
working together as a team. My bad. I thought we was doing.
You picking
bet.
your player.
Oh, bet I got Steph Curry.
He just tried to take the hat off him.
Right. You want me to go while you think? Give me Ja Morant, please.
Oh, my God.
Ja Morant. We won't highlight after highlight after highlight. The Spurs going to have 82 ESPN games because it's either going to be Ja jumping over somebody or Wemby jumping through somebody.
Well, I'm going to give him Luka so Wemby can average at least 50 just off live. Luka going to throw it up every time to him.
That just sound OP.
It does.
I know I got Steph, but Luka's just so damn good. So is Steph.
You get the first pick. You could have just taken Luka. Is that your MVP?
Luka? The way he playing right now, it's shifting. I don't know.
It is.
He's making it very interesting right now.
He is. Like, real shit. I'm rocking with Luka right now.
At first, it was like Shea and Jokic, but the way oh my God, way Luka been playing lately is
2 weeks ago, I was Jokic, Shea, Giannis.
Yeah.
Because the Mavs was like in the play-in. Still potentially could be, but now I'm kind of just like.
Last night was a big win for them, though.
Yes, it was.
We're going to get to it.
I don't know. Anybody. Give me Mikal Bridges.
That's not an all-star.
I don't have to take an all. Why do I have to take an all-star when y'all took one?
This is an all-star round.
He said role players. Now y'all made it an all-star round. It's a draft.
That's fine.
If he want Mikal Bridges, he could have
You
Mikal
could definitely have Mikal Bridges.
D-Mills is back on you.
Gotta pick my all-star when y'all pick it. The fuck?
So I got to.
See? That's
No.
why.
This is taking too long. Give me Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Give me my
Lou
role
Dort.
players first.
Lou
Give me my
Dort.
role players first.
Yeah.
You see? This is why I went role player.
I'll take Derek White.
Oh, hey. I should bust your
You
head.
got Luka and Derek White
I like
with him?
that. I like that.
Give me OG Anunoby.
Damn it.
Okay. Good call.
Surrounding Steph with a bunch of big wings.
Give me Nikola Jokic. Wemby gonna be my foe.
Oh shit!
Yo,
I thought about putting a center next to Wemby. Still can.
give me Aaron Gordon.
I would just think
I'm just gonna take the Denver Nuggets and replace Jokic with Wemby.
I think I need a power forward. Let me get.
Just don't say it.
Don't think it, don't say it. Don't think it, don't say it. Y'all remember that movie?
No.
Oh,
What is that movie?
I don't remember the name of it. That's why I asked. I know Mike has seen it because it's a horror movie.
Wait, say it one more time.
Oh, The Bye Bye Man. Have you remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
Don't
I do.
think it, don't say it.
It was
Don't
kind
think-
of mid.
It was mid. It was very mid.
You ever
Damn,
seen that?
No.
I haven't either.
It's a bad movie.
It's bad. But it's like one of those bad movies that's
funny?
enjoyable because
Okay.
it's so bad.
Give me Dylan Brooks.
Bet. And then I'm gonna take Draymond Green. Oh wait, he's an all-star.
No, hey, you can have him. I promise you, we are not gonna fight you by taking Draymond Green.
How many games you gonna have Draymond for?
All of them. He in line over here.
I mean, he almost kicked Grant Williams.
We
in
got
the,
Coach
in the,
Pop. We good.
Okay. Well, my last pick, I'm looking for like a wing, a small forward wing. Give me Torrey Craig.
Homer pick. I like it.
Jabari Smith Jr.
Okay.
I like them teams. What we diving into first?
We gonna go. I got Mills Mans of the week. This
Oh.
week, man. I'm sorry.
I thought that segment died.
Me
It's been
too.
2 months.
I
Man.
retired. I have.
We were
retired
talking
for a little bit.
segments the last time he was here, so he had to bring it back.
Do we all have a segment today?
No.
I do.
Oh, bet.
It's introducing, so.
Okay, so this week I'm gonna go with Dejounte Murray. He beat the Celtics twice. He led them to that 30-point comeback, and he's averaging pretty good numbers. He had 19 against the Celtics, 19 and 15 assists. He had 33 and 7 against the Portland Trailblazers, 44, 7 and 7 against the Boston Celtics.
You know
Again,
we do against the Blazers,
again,
baby.
Everybody busts the Blazers' asses too. So
I actually got some additional stats with that. I didn't expect you to give him Mills Mans of the Week because, first of all, I thought that segment died a little while ago. But we happy that it's back. I do want to talk about him because prior to the Trae Young injury, Dejounte Murray was responsible for 35.5 points per game based on points scored himself and the points that he created off assists. Now it is up to 30 since Trae Young has been sidelined. And we did a stream on Playback where we watched basically the fourth quarter and overtime of that game. And he scored every single point in the overtime period. He was saying that this is his house in Atlanta. And I saw some tweets from some Atlanta Hawks fan that was like, I think we know who our guy is. And it's so interesting to see because they're playing solid basketball. They're only half a game behind the Bulls to host the 9-10 playoff play-in game and everything. And Dejounte Murray's been a huge part of that.
yeah, I felt like that Trae Young absence was like this. There's a way for him to come in and insert himself and like show what he could still contribute to the table, whether it is the Atlanta Hawks buying into him and moving Trae Young, or either him just raising his draft stock severely to where teams are like, hey, we have to be aggressive and go get Dejounte Murray because he is that missing piece for us. So that backcourt is going to be looking a little different this summer, and it's going to be exciting to see Dejounte either lead the Atlanta Hawks or either be somewhere else doing his thing. I think it's going to be very fun.
Do you think this is sometimes front offices get like these rose-colored glasses and they struggle to make the decision. Do you think they look at this and say, hey, they could stay together. He could do this with Trae on the team?
No.
I wouldn't look at it like that. And honestly, the way I think you could look a little bit deeper into it is even early in the season before Trae Young's injury, this one, he missed a couple. He had a couple games that he missed, or times that he's honestly just on the bench. Well, Dejounte was still out there, and they look pretty good. You know, Dejounte does a pretty good job of like he's got better at being able to facilitate and score. Like he could. Not Trae Young, but he could replicate and do some of the overlapping things in terms of like spread the ball around and also be aggressive while doing so. And he obviously we know he could play a little bit more in defense. So I think there's going to be interest there. It's definitely going to be interest, especially with the value of Trae Young. I mean, we talk about Trae Young like it's just like they want to move. They don't want to, but they're looking for an option. You know,
Dejounte is one of my favorite point guards, but the only thing about this is just like, again, kind of what we talked about in the last episode. You play a dangerous game when you do sample size things. And I know this situation is a little tricky because you can only really decipher Dejounte with just the team and no Trae Young in a sample size. You're not going to get a full season of no Trae Young. But in Trae Young defense, there's been stretches where he's looked like this with the Hawks by himself.
Yeah.
Like, so me personally, I feel like Trae Young would probably have more value on the market because he's the star status guy. So that would make me more favorable. But I do think they have their work cut out for them, and I do think that there is a possibility, just dealing in a realistic world, that they do bring them back together. This ain't, it ain't 2K. Like, social media and fans, they live in this world where like it's like a time crunch, when I just don't think that front offices and teams look at it the way that fans do. Even with the Rocket situation, I did a video, I did a pod, and I was talking about Jalen Green, and Shams had put a report out that the Nets and the Rockets communicated on a trade at one point, and the Nets wasn't budging because the Rockets wanted Mikal for Jalen Green and like some picks. And my standpoint on that was, I could see something like this play ignite those trade conversations again if the Rockets don't feel the confidence of having Green and Sengun work. Now, I said this earlier in this week, Jalen Green is still tearing it up. So if he continues to play it out like this the rest of the year, those talks probably won't come back. You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying that in a realistic standpoint, and Rockets fans got their panties in a bunch like I'm the one that created the trade. It's just a realistic thing. The responsibility and the job is for the coaches and the staff to make it work. But if they don't make it work, somebody got to go. I'm even seeing, I think McMahon and Windhorst said something about Sengun or Green. They're only speaking on if they could coexist and play at this level. The Rockets ain't trading nobody. But in a realistic sense of the world, if you have two players like this who can play at a high level and they're playing extremely high when one or the other isn't on the floor, or when they play together, somebody is falling off from their standard that they show that they can do, a move is going to be made. It's no hate in that. That's just the truth. If you got two players and one is elite without the other, and then they come together and that dude now looks damn near average to below average while this other dude is back, you got decisions to make if you can't make it coexist. And I think the standpoint for the Rockets is the same for the Hawks. The only difference between the Hawks and the Rockets is Jalen Green and Sengun are extremely young.
I was going to say they're a lot younger.
Younger and cheaper.
And I think it's much easier for a guard and a big to learn how to gel versus two guards who kind of do the same thing trying to gel.
I would normally agree, and I'll be seeing Rockets fans say that, but it's just that Sengun isn't the typical center.
Just because he passes. And
I was going to say, he's probably...
They play through him with the basketball.
Yeah.
So
he's one of those people that's like, I don't think you got to be a certain person to play with. Like, he doesn't need a lot. He can play with anybody damn near. As long as they're like playing the right basketball, the way they play through him, like, it's not hard to cut off him. It's not hard to, play off the
like
post.
a mini Jokic.
So as long as you like can play underneath or play within the system a little bit, you're going to eat off him. He makes a lot of the right decisions.
Thing in this situation.
Yeah.
Jalen Green,
he could do all those things.
If you look into the numbers, though, he is going. I think I told y'all this when I'm trying to find some things in this Jalen Green thing because I want to make a video on it. Just really looking at it, his numbers, majority of his shots come with 3 to 6 dribbles or 7+ dribbles.
Yeah,
he's not trying. Like his game, and I'm not saying he can't change it. I'm not saying he don't go in the offseason and work on it, knowing now because this is his first time playing with Sengun at this level. So he probably came into the year not knowing that the keys was going to get given to Sengun. But if you look at his diet and the frequency of his shots, he's not a guy that has a lot of 0 dribble attempts. He's not, you know what I mean? Like he wants the rock. And now the month of March, he's averaging 28-some points. It's coming off of him. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. It may not be the most efficient for some other people. It may come with some bad shots. But I'm giving credit to Jalen Green right now. Shit, I'm letting him. If you can rock out like this, dribble all you want. Dribble the air out the ball.
Sometimes you need that player on the team to take those type of shots.
Yeah.
And you're right, though, because a lot of times, like, progression isn't just, like, in a certain time period. It might take a year and a half. It may take, this so long. I think you kind of look at the other players about, like, how, you look at, I guess you keep the comparison with, like, Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Yep.
Jamal Murray obviously creates his own shot, but he has adjusted very well to where he plays off the, the one dribble pull up off the handoff or whatever. Like,
absolutely.
So he's worked it to his game fits with Jokic.
But I think his game has always been way different than Jalen Green. Even when you go back to Kentucky, he was able to be a comfortable catch and shoot threat for them when he was in college. Jalen Green game has been way more different than that at every level. To go from being a #1 high school guy, doing whatever the hell you want on the AAU circuit, and in high school, then you bypass college where you would have probably had a little bit more organization. You go to the G League Ignite, the first version of it, you rock out there. Then you go to the Rockets, who didn't have shit. Mm-hmm. You came in the door as the best guy, and you just got the rock. So to now, all of a sudden, you snap your fingers, and they organizing this, and you're playing off of somebody who is a big, and you got to cut. I give him the benefit of the doubt because that is a lot. Like, this ain't just 2K. It ain't 2K.
That's got to be, like, the toughest adjustment, and that's why I give the most leadway to, like, high-volume scores, too, because everybody's that man growing, especially if you really, like, Jalen Green's status, like, once you get to that point in the NBA, it's different.
I'm trying to look up all of the stuff as y'all talking. Just because y'all know I like to look at the numbers too.
I just feel like it's the hardest thing to be an efficient shot creator young in the league because it's just so many things you like. First of all, you got to get your body right because this is the best.
Taxing, for sure.
It's the best defenders in the league. Like you gonna see nightly,
really strong,
and
it's a 82 game season.
People don't realize how tiring it is to take 20 shots.
You know what
I
was thinking about? You know what I was thinking about yesterday? Why, again, this is the Knicks Spurs game about how we see players that have like you talking about Jonathan. You talking about Jonathan Isaac play like the 8-minute spurts because he's playing so hard. Giannis used to do that. Bro, Josh Harvey playing all game just going 100. I don't know how he don't be dead, bro.
For real.
Because he doesn't do it at practice.
No, every offensive rebound, he going for it. Lose ball, I'm diving. Defense, I'm here. Like, I love them type
I thought you was going to go in the other way.
With the what?
I couldn't imagine how exhausting it would be to take 44 shots.
No, same thing.
You said he was tired, yeah.
Dejounte Brunson, like, it looked good, like, as a fan or as a person who wants to be a basketball player. And you looking and you want to be that dude.
The ultimate green light.
Yeah, it sound good.
Yeah.
But when you have to do this ain't a
It's
choice.
exhaustion.
Dejounte had to do that. Brunson has to do that.
You seen it
Iverson
in the second
have to do it.
In the second half, like her shots was a little short and then he started overcompensating because just like you so tired you don't know how to like fix it in the moment. But he's still getting it done though. So credit to the big scorer.
I want to go back 7 minutes ago. It was a good conversation going on. The Dejounte Murray and Trae Young thing.
Yes,
and they were going to transition the same thing for Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun. So the numbers say Dejounte Murray on the court without Trae Young on the court, 1,300 minutes. They have a net rating of a 0.47. When both of them are on the court together in 1,100 minutes, a minus 5.19. I don't know how Landry Fields or whoever's running the show can look at something like this and say, we should bring that back. Now, I know it's a possibility just because that's how front offices are.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just, like, it's the same thing with, again, the Bulls. When they look at their top three players and say, hey, our best three players have a net rating that's negative, how are we still doing it? I don't know the philosophy of Landry Fields and them, but I don't know if they should not be looking at these numbers and saying that these two should coexist and should make a decision. But with Trae Young who's on the court without Dejounte in the 700 minutes has a net rating of a 2.7, so better than with just Dejounte by himself. On the other hand, going to the Houston Rockets side, Sengun and Jalen Green together, 1,600 minutes, have a net rating of a 0.69. When it's Jalen Green by himself in 700 minutes, it's a 5.59. And then Alperen Sengun by himself in 400 minutes, it's a 4.32. So both of them on the court by themselves are positive. Together, they're a slight negative. And both of them off the court, they're a positive 3.41.
So now
I just think that sample size is a little bit too small for them to make the ultimate decision. Yeah. But because Jalen Green is up for this money, it might force their hand one way or another because he's playing like a damn superstar currently.
And right now he's on an 11-game win streak too.
Yeah.
So.
That was the other thing that I didn't appreciate when Rockets fans was getting their panties in a bunch about it because, like, and I'm only talking to a select group that reacted a certain way because they act like they didn't know that part too. He's up for some money. When there's money get involved, it makes everything different. But I also think the pressure when I hear things like that for both sides is on the coaching staff. Like, that's my philosophy. If I'm a Landry Fields, we gotta make something. We gotta try to make something work because you don't just give up a Trae Young. You don't just hand over Dejounte Murray without the right market there. So there is a possibility that these two dudes are back on his team.
Yep.
Is it a big possibility? I don't know. I think this is 50-50. I would not be surprised if somebody was moved in the offseason. But
I think it probably just depends on what the market says, right? I mean, you're not just going to trade Trae Young just to trade him. You're going to want stuff back in return. And maybe some of that stuff is your own first-round picks from the Spurs. Or maybe it's another team out there that we're not thinking of.
3 first-round picks from the Lakers.
That's a possibility. But if I'm Landry Fields, like, do do I want them Lakers picks if I know Trae Young is going to be there and Anthony Davis is going to be there for the foreseeable future? I don't know if those picks worth anything. You know, but who knows?
That's the hardest part about training that star. You don't know how to match that value.
Yeah.
And then you also
most of the time they don't. Most of the time
you also have to be very, very, very sure of Dejounte. You don't trade Trae Young to continue to be a subpar team.
For sure. Yep.
That's the other part of this. Your job and credibility is on a line for future jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be known as a dude who traded Trae Young to keep Dejounte and y'all is still a 7 seed playing team. Yeah, that's the other part that GMs are thinking about too.
GMing is different than coaching because you could be not so great of a coach for a 3-year stretch and get another job. And a GM, if you get fired from a GM job, in a lot of cases, it's wraps for you.
Yep.
You got to be an assistant GM somewhere else. You got to do another front office thing.
You can be known for one thing as a GM.
Yeah.
He's known as
what
a
Billy
dude.
King is known for?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yes, you do. If he gave you some hints, you'll pick up on it.
One of the biggest trades in the modern era.
Lopsided trades.
A lopsided trade in recent
Some
history?
old guys was involved. This team went and got some old guys. I thought they was gonna pump it up because they already.
the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Tatum and Brown both technically came away from that trade. Technically.
Crazy, bro.
But yeah, and Billy King never got another shot.
Crazy. I am loving this though. I'm loving the Jalen Green surge. I'm seeing a lot of people. I'll say this. I'm looking right in the Jalen Green. You hooping out of your mind, man. I'm having fun. This is my highlight of the day. When I go to my PC and I'm on my computer watching these games, I am looking at when the Rockets are starting, and I am basing things around that. You know what I mean?
Become must-watch
Yesterday, I didn't know that Jalen Brunson was going to erupt for 61 points, so that kind of stole the show. But as soon as that was over, I went Rockets Jazz. I'm all over that. That is the Rockets is my must see for every single night. I don't give a damn about anything else is going on. I'm watching that game, and I'll peek in on other things or if something need my attention. I'll give it to it. Clippers Magic went down the line. I'll tune it.
That was a fun
one. And that was before the Rockets even started. But
Jalen Green ended up scoring 30 points in the second half.
4 points in the
4
first.
points at half. Ended up with 34 of them.
And
things.
I was on the thing telling
shout out to Freddie, big
telling
shot.
Mike and them during the game, like they tweaking. They had 26 points in the middle of the
That's
second
when
quarter.
you're seeing a man airball that layup.
Yes.
Bro, you seen it?
No, I didn't see that.
Bro, he was on a fast break dunk or fast break. He was about to dunk, and I think he took off a little too far, so he's like this. And
Went over the rim.
It just went over right over the rim.
They had me nervous. I'm like, no way we going out like this on this win streak, on this type of performance.
To the Jazz.
To the Jazz. All of a sudden we can't score. But yeah, Freddie got going.
I love
that
the we
bank shot
part.
was
I love
crazy.
the we part of that.
The what?
You keep saying we.
I've been rocking that.
I
I was
love
saying
it.
we when we slipped.
I know. I love it.
I was saying we when we slipped, baby.
There was a couple games that I gave all of my attention to. Clippers Magic was one.
Yes.
Because the Clippers have not looked amazing. I've already talked about this.
For sure.
They had a game against the 76ers a couple nights before that. That's the famous Kelly Oubre, F your mama.
And Kelly Oubre
to-
definitely deserved that call.
He did deserve, and they even said it right after the game that they messed up.
And I
That
hate
was
that
hilarious.
So much.
Yeah. That's like a classic moment that we lived through. We're playing, for reference, this game is going on. I didn't give it much attention.
Yeah.
I don't like watching the 76ers right now. I'll be honest with you. It's not
Let's
a fun
be
watch.
honest. Let's be
No, it
honest.
is.
So
I
we're
didn't like
in-
it either, but when they played against the Lakers, Tyrese was killing y'all.
We in your league. Mike has a 2K league or whatever. And I'm on your team. And there's a couple possessions where I'm completely out of the game because I'm watching Kelly Oubre look at the refs and say, F you. And also simultaneously,
Nick
in
Nurse.
another game, Josh Giddey was on the floor with the ball and shot it from the floor. So I'm like, it was a lot going on that night. But
The
anyway,
Lakers played that night too, right?
I
I remember both of y'all having like situations where y'all wasn't watching y'all game.
maybe the Lakers.
You know
did
what's funny?
play.
Josh Hart did that last night too, where he shot the ball while laying on the floor.
Did it go in?
No, he
Okay.
missed.
So yeah, that's why I hear
Yeah, I
about it.
think the Lakers was playing that day.
But anyway,
Yeah, it was.
It took the Clippers a heroic Kawhi Leonard 2-minute
Bro,
stretch
Kawhi-
and a missed call.
The defense from Kawhi was elite.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what makes the Clippers like, because they kind of struggle. Paul George too, struggling to shoot the ball. He hit a super big shot, like for damn near the last shot with the turnaround, but the defense was amazing. They had so many times where Kawhi had got a little poke ball or he got a block shot and it led to an easy basket. And it was like, y'all could do that all the time.
I went into this game versus the Magic because the Magic are a good basketball team, and I was like, okay, let's see how the Clippers perform. It was another. They etched out the win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But again, it took a crazy run in the end of the fourth quarter, and a Paul George, one of the more difficult shots because Jonathan Isaac is amazing. It was right over his fingertips.
Phenomenal.
And Paul George had a rough night too.
A very rough night.
And he hit the one. So
7 points down stretch.
That ended up getting a lot of my attention. And then I was like, Suns versus Thunder. The Suns are just coming off their best win of the season. They beat Jokic and them. And then I see the card. I see the card, and I see that Shea is not playing. I'm like, oh, this is about to be lame. Josh Giddey has been averaging like 19 points per game over the last couple of weeks.
And you know what's funny about this game? Josh Giddey sometimes just got the ball, he rebounded it, and he would just push it up and just get a layup. And it was like the Suns just not know normal defensive discipline. Somebody got to stop the ball.
I swear, Kaysen Wallace did the same thing. Kaysen
was hooping.
And they were doing every look the OKC got, it felt like it was just an easy basket.
This
versus
is
the Suns was
team
like everything was getting contested.
That just looks so old. OKC made them look old without an MVP candidate on their team.
But it's still just certain shit just stopping the ball. Kaysen Wallace had a basket where he literally got the rebound and just came up the court, Euro step later. I'm just like, no one's gonna pick up ball. I don't know.
Yeah, it's another one of them rough ones.
One day that team had you convinced. 2 days later, they had you convinced that they ain't on a crumb.
There was one possession that almost made me turn the game off.
Is it the inbound play?
No. Kevin Durant is wide open in the corner. I mean wide, and he's Kevin Durant.
Yes.
He swung it one more
to Grayson Allen
to a contested three by Grayson Allen who airballed. I'm like, yo, Kevin is trying to be too much of a team guy.
Yeah.
When you're Kevin Durant and you're having the most efficient year of your career, just shoot the damn corner three.
Especially when everybody else didn't really have it going.
Man, Grayson Allen was like 1 of 7 from 3 at one point in this game.
Yeah.
They also had a play in like the first quarter where the Thunder inbounding the ball. They in that straight line. And then Aaron Wiggins just cuts to the basket. No one's with him, and he just gets an open layup.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that's also Mark Dayton, and the slob wizard, Josh Giddey on the inbound passes.
But it's like, how do you just leave a man wide open on the inbound pass?
It's a regular season
Who
game.
was guarding him?
I don't even remember.
Because they played it so stacked, so that it was miscommunication by the
Yes.
Suns not knowing who was.
You got to make them talk.
Yeah, no, facts.
It seems like they don't have a talker on the defensive side of the ball.
It ain't their first time seeing some shit like that.
Yeah, so
Kevin Durant been in the league 15 years.
The best part about it, though, is that our guy, Isaiah Thomas, checked in with like 9 minutes to go.
How did he do?
I think he scored 2 buckets, but he got some shots up. Best believe.
Oh,
did he post it on Twitter?
I don't blame him.
I don't know.
You think he did?
I would say he probably quoted somebody else that posted it. Slow grind.
Something I noticed about this team is that
Tamani Kamara missed the rest of the season with a fractured rib, lacerated kidney.
Oh, damn.
Shit. Yeah, that make you hurt.
Ooh, get well soon.
But the other night, Isaiah Joe had a crazy dunk where he
he did.
And then in the press
That
conference,
was on who? That was on Jeff Green
Yeah.
against the Rockets.
And then J-Dub in the press conference, they asked him about the dunk. He was like, yeah, man, it was a crazy dunk, but unfortunately we lost, so he can't even post about it. And I was like, damn. They have like that in the culture that like on losing nights,
You're not going to see Shea drop a fit pick if they lost.
about anything you've done in the game on an L.
As it should.
And I think that's a great thing to have within the locker room.
That's how like it wasn't no talking on the bus or no singing, no yelling if we lost that game.
They probably can't play music on the PJ on their way to the next city.
I'm probably playing music on the PJ. On the plane the whole ride.
It could be a long ride. Imagine just sitting in silence right there.
I'm just going to put my headphones in.
But that was it from last night for me. And then other than the Timberwolves having an amazing game, again, no Jamal Murray like you mentioned earlier, but they continue to roll 111 to 98. But nobody really cares about this because they got the whole, are they selling the team? Are they not selling the team going on? Obviously, A-Rod and Co. have been trying to buy the team for like 3 years now at a $1.5 billion valuation, which is really low when you think about it. And I think that's one of the reasons why Glenn Taylor has made up these rules to say that he's not trading the team because he saw MJ get $3 million for a worse organization. And now it's up in limbo. Like I think they said that they've paid 40% of it. And yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever that was the deadline to put the rest of the money in. And I guess they didn't hit the deadline. And that was Glenn Taylor's way of saying, hey, I'm not actually going to trade this team. He actually said, the the team is looking good, and I want to be a part of it going forward. So he was trying to trade the team 2 years ago when they were ass. And now that they're the 1 seed and everything, he's like, no. I want to stay here. And I just look at that $1.5 billion valuation. I'm like, how did they come to that with Anthony Edwards on the team? Now, I know he wasn't a star 2 years ago that he is now, but it was projectable to see that this dude was going to help this organization be good again eventually.
Yeah, and they had Cat too. They had both of them. So like,
But you also, again, we still got to think in the mindset of 2 years ago.
yeah, that's true.
2 years ago,
They were a playing team.
Yeah.
2 years ago was it. You know what I mean?
That was Patrick Beverly on the stands
Yes.
after the play-in win. But, yeah, a $1.5 billion valuation. We damn near could have bought that team. Which is, it's just going to be interesting because obviously the NBA, Adam Silver has talked about a couple times over the last couple of years about expansion coming to the association. So if 1.5 was the selling price for this team 2 years ago, and now he's saying no, he may want a little bit more money. I'm just curious to see what that Vegas team evaluation going to be. And I'm just going to assume it's going to be Seattle again.
Way bigger than Minnesota.
Like I would say 5 to 7 billion maybe.
Gotta be.
Minnesota probably comes to the Eastern Conference then.
Or Memphis.
Yeah, both of them are on the opposite side of the Mississippi.
Have we had realignment in our lives? League
No.
realignment?
No,
Hold up. Yes, we have.
With
The Hornets.
all the Hornets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We could be seeing it again. And I would be cool for it. You know what I'm saying?
Minnesota make this conference tough.
If
Very
it's the Grizzlies coming over too.
Yeah.
But
It's that would be kind of like a balance in power too, because the West have so many goddamn great teams.
Yeah.
I also like
if we
it
send
because
2 of those to the East.
the culture of the Grizzlies is Eastern Conference.
And we also like maybe 3-5 years away from
Yeah.
it. So who knows what these teams
Grit and
gonna look like
grind
then.
is Eastern Conference basketball.
Yeah. It'd be easier for the players too. You gotta fly to LA 4 times in a year. You know, it's just
Well, they probably
a little
enjoy
bit
that.
maybe. Do y'all have any opinions about the selling of the trade or the lack of selling of the team? I mean,
No, not
Nothing
really.
deep. I do hope that A-Rod and them be able to get it. From when I seen A-Rod, whenever they got invested or involved, I see A-Rod there supporting the team and posting about him and being a part of it with Anthony Edwards and celebrating.
Anthony Edwards didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, which was insane. Insane. Alex Rodriguez is one of the biggest names in sports history. So to not know his name, at least in his modern time, is kind of crazy. But yeah, I love those type of owners. I love owners that get involved with it. Those are the type of owners that I want in basketball. Glenn Taylor, I have never really seen Glenn Taylor be involved outside of the typical shit of something happening.
He's like 80.
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
can't expect him to be sitting courtside at 80.
What's the Wizards owner name? I forget, but there's just certain owners where, you know what I mean? I get it, but like if you once you say you want to sell it, then I guess he got nobody to report to. It's his damn team. But yeah, even that, you wanted to sell it, just sell it, bro. You can still be a part of it, but I don't. That's the type of shit I don't like. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I
coming
know-
back from it, but yeah, give it to somebody who is invested. Give it to somebody who really wants it. Like if I owned a team and I was going to get to the point where I wanted to sell it, I would at least want to sell it to somebody like A-Rod has seemed to be. I'm a fan of those type of guys. I don't think you want to be too involved, but I like the Steve Ballmers. I like Mark Cuban. I like when I
Mark
see
Cuban
You like
be
Matt,
there all
Matt
the
Ishbia
time.
now?
But I don't know how I feel about him.
Mark
I don't know
Cuban- too early.
I don't know how I feel about him.
When Mark Cuban sold his stock, he did it so great to it. Like he still has control over all basketball decisions.
He's
Like,
still
that's-
there.
So like for him to still be able to control the team that he built and make all the decisions for it, I think it's phenomenal.
I think the thing that matters the most about all of this.
He earned it too. The
Yeah.
Mavericks have always in my life been a good team.
Yes, they have.
They have
Yeah,
little
I was just
everything
about
got
to say,
dips, but
I
they've
was
never hit
on,
rock bottom.
I was on Reddit the other day and I was seeing a post. It was just like, for like what reasons does it seem like the West is just always better than the East? And somebody was saying that like they think it's part of the ownership and how like just some teams, a lot of teams out East are poorly. Charlotte Hornets. You talk about the Chicago Bulls are not the best friend. Just a lot of teams. The West just has the more benefit to it, and it just ends up they're the better team out there.
So that actually is the reason why this matters the most to us.
Yeah.
Is because the Minnesota Timberwolves payroll is about to be over $300 million this year or next year because Anthony Edwards' extension kicks in, Jaden McDaniels' extension kicks in, and we don't know if Glenn Taylor is the type of owner to pay that team. We don't know if A-Rod would have been the type of owner to pay that team. And I think all of that's going to matter because if he's saying like, oh, we want to cut corners, we don't want to be second apron team, then that means either Jaden McDaniels or Karl Anthony Towns are going to get traded because you're not trading Anthony Edwards, obviously. You're not trading Mike Conley because he just signed a very low salary extension. You're probably not trading Rudy Gobert because he's one of the reasons why you have the best defense in basketball. So it's either Jaden McDaniels
He also
or
just
Karl Anthony
extended
Towns.
Nas Reed as well.
And Nas's contract is great. So it's
Yeah.
like you're probably not trading him either.
Who would you trade?
Probably Jaden McDaniels.
Who you trading, KB?
I was looking at this trying to figure out, okay, if they did trade Jaden McDaniels, because the trades are going to have to be you saving money, right? So you're not matching salaries because you're still in the same position. And I was like, okay, Karl Anthony Towns trades. I would love to see a Karl Anthony Towns Brandon Ingram swap, but that puts them in the same situation.
Yeah.
Really, Brandon Ingram's contract is a little bit lower because he got that Supermax extension, but it's not enough for you to be below the second apron. I think
It would be a rental too.
yes, because he's only got 1 year left after this one.
When then you would have to consider paying him.
And you're right back in the same
He
position.
the same build as Jaden McDaniels, so you got two slender mans.
That is true.
Who would I rather? I think Cat might be the one that makes the
Cat
most
will
sense.
get you the most value.
And we're also seeing right now that
Do
they're
they
really
need value?
I just think they need
I'm
players.
thinking more so like draft capital.
Let me not say that, but that's what I really meant. Do they need draft capital? They trying to win.
What? Yeah.
and draft capital is just another salary that
Yeah.
you got to pay.
True, but it's such a much lesser tax. for
They
at least
need
3 to 4
value, folks.
years.
Don't get me twisted. I don't
Yeah,
understand
not
give
just
away Karl Anthony
waving
Towns,
them.
but
Stretch that contract.
You remember they waived Bradley Beal in my league? Just waived him off the team.
$54 million is
We
Waived.
talking about we playing better ever since we waived him. Just
That's
be
the-
doing
that's the
stuff.
funny thing about the
and they be
leagues.
talking about when you go start another league.
that's the funny thing about them leagues is they want to be Glenn Taylor. They really want. Man, I'm gonna just waive Bradley Beal because we don't want to see the second apron. Like, bro, ain't no second apron in the game yet, bro. They ain't put that probably won't come to 2K29, dog. You ain't gotta worry about it.
No one knows.
We playing better since we waived him. Just want to do some shit. You could easily put him in reserve and just not play with him. So gave him away to leave.
$50
Somebody would've
million.
took him.
He's 82 years old, by the way. Glenn Taylor.
Talking about he want to
At
be a part of
82,
something.
You shouldn't even want to be an owner at that point.
I ain't gonna say that now. If I
Man.
own the team,
Yeah,
I'm
that
82.
sounds dope as hell at 82.
You tripping now.
Chill. Sit back and relax.
I mean, he might be doing both.
True. I guess some owners are probably pretty hands off.
Yeah, delegate other places when your net worth is $3 billion.
Life is probably
you can
really
afford to do
good.
that.
Life is probably really good. We went to that Bulls game. I sat next to you. I was trying to show Mike. I'm like, hey, look, see, homie, he got that. Yeah, he knows somebody that knows somebody. Little old ass over there with the young team.
Oh, yeah. You see that at a lot of games or like at a lot
He
of
like,
just-
yeah, you could put that on your story. I could get you some,
Or like in Vegas.
some courtside story looks with your IG.
What about you, Mike? McDaniels or Cat? If you had to make the decision, and again, they don't have to, but maybe they will. I don't know.
It's so tough.
I'm always
I
be a
don't
second
want to
apron
trade
owner,
McDaniels, but
by
I
the
feel
way.
like that might be the route. But what y'all saying too about the money match, and it might be making more sense to get make the trade with Cat, because I think you can find somebody, or you can find the value back on a lesser contract. But I really like what Jaden McDaniels has been doing for this team. Like, he's one of the glue guys.
It's just going to be hard to replace that floor spacing that Cat brings, especially at that 4 spot. He's transitioned to that
Sure.
4 spot so beautifully.
But if you do want to replace, it's cheaper to replace spacing shooting than it is elite wing defense.
Yeah, that is true.
You paying some money for that. You could
Yeah.
go and get, I don't know who. But
Kelly Olynyk, welcome to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
boom.
Now, what are some teams that I don't know? We getting too far. I think a lot of it depends on how successful they are in the playoffs this year. If they go to the Western Conference Finals, then Glenn Taylor or Alex Rodriguez better pay that money because you were just 4 games away from the finals.
We root for A-Rod to get that for the culture.
The last thing I want to talk about before we get to our break is the Dallas Mavericks. They came back to win a game against the Sacramento Kings, and now with that win, they are a game and a half above the Phoenix Suns to stay out the play-in, and they've now got a 2-game difference between them and the Sacramento Kings.
Because they also
twice this
spanked
week.
the Sacramento Kings ass a few games ago
Yes,
as well.
they did. Yes, they
So,
did.
I fear this team.
I do too.
I fear anybody who would shoot a free throw wave and say you should have drafted me.
Yeah. What a moment, man. That's actually crazy.
I fear a team. I fear this team for the whole thing.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
This team could win a championship.
They always I feel like Luka he just has shown that, and when it comes playoff time, he's one of the most dangerous players in the league. And like we saw it when he went to the conference finals, he beat Phoenix by 60 in that closeout game. So like he was going toe-to-toe with Kawhi and PG. Like he's cemented himself as one of those guys that you don't want to play in the first round. Because he can bounce your ass real quick.
And what they had in nerve to do.
What they had in order to do.
Put
him next to Kyrie? Oh, yeah.
King of the fourth quarter.
Kyrie was nasty last night, bro.
That's my KOT4Q.
Do you know how many like social media accounts have their own? Like DeMar DeRozan gets called King of the fourth quarter.
So, they say it about De'Aaron Fox too.
De'Aaron Fox, yes they do. Yes,
I was working with
he
this.
won one clutch award. Now he the King of the fourth quarter.
I was working with this woman who works at who does work with like the Bulls and the White Sox, and she was telling me like, oh man, you come to the game, you got to let me know. You know, we get you on camera. I'm always looking for people. I'm trying to get people on camera at the game. People be shy, hook you up type thing. No problem. I'm like, yeah, we went one time. We had a sweep. My cousin who I work with, he threw out the first pitch. She like, what's his name? I'm like, Kenny Beecham, but he's known as King of the fourth quarter. She said, like the DeMar DeRozan thing? I was like, listen, no.
Before DeMar was
I said this is what he was King in the fourth quarter way before DeMar. I said, relax. This is 8 years before DeMar DeRozan existed in Chicago.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. Put some respect on that.
Before
DeMar
before
DeRozan.
Isaiah Thomas too.
Yeah.
But I will say that the Isaiah Thomas shit was at least super close.
It was
It was super close.
But his is actually King in the fourth quarter, so it's different.
It's damn near the same thing.
But trademark wise, it's
Yes,
different.
it's not. You're right.
I like the pizza
He
man.
saved himself.
I like the pizza man nickname better for him. He always delivers.
He always delivers. But a 12-0 run by the Mavs in the fourth quarter got them to the point where they won 107 to 103. Harrison Barnes had a crucial turnover down the stretch. Kyrie Irving dropped 14 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. Luka was one rebound away from 26, 10, and 12. And they're putting it together, man.
And they not too far from getting that fifth seed too.
It is in play.
They right there. They can go against the Clippers, who haven't looked too great, or the Pelicans. They could go against either one of those teams right now. And
Yes.
I think those are both winnable matchups. Now, them against the Nuggets, it will be questionable. I don't think they win in that series, but I think that's a dogfight for the Nuggets.
I've seen fans say they like the 6-3. They like 6 for them and Thunder at 3.
And yeah.
That's what I seen Maverick fans say.
So that's the matchup they want the most.
That's what I seen. I was in their Reddit yesterday, last night, laying in bed. Like I'm like, I fear the Mavericks. Let me see what type of shit they fans popping real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Thunder, if you are one of those lower seeds who are like top heavy with talent, they are the team that you would probably want to play just due to experience. So
I hope that I'm not rooting against anybody, but I hope that they just shut that shit down.
Bro,
Can you imagine if they just went into their series and dogged or whatever team was trying to get them?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine we see another like young OKC finals run.
It's possible.
It is.
Every time I watch this team, I'm just amazed at how they do the thing. So again, I understand that they are very young. I don't even care about the rebound and anything anymore because they're just better at that now.
I'm almost rooting for them because I told KB, we was on Discord the other day, I'm like, what if Shea get in the playoffs and ain't on shit? I'm just not ready to hear stupid shit all summer. And you know they're going. That's the one thing about this generation of basketball. If players aren't perfect or at the highest level, you got to hear about it for
the whole
off season. Yeah. And to me, some of it is reasonable, some of it is credible, but a lot of it is merely and purely bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's bullshit.
A young player has this evolution. It's like he comes to the scene, he's surprising, he's good. Everybody loves a young player. Yeah. Then eventually it gets to the point where half of those people that loved him 3 years ago are now extreme haters. Like the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander thing, it turned into like, oh, he's a foul merchant, right? This guy does this, does that. That was not even a conversation 3 years ago as he was, going onto the scene. It's just the natural evolution of NBA Twitter, unfortunately.
I'm curious. No great scorer has ever become a great scorer without getting to the free throw line.
It is very important to be efficient and good at what you do.
It's impossible to become a great scorer without getting to the line. That's literally a part. You got to get the easy ones. You need to get you 10 to easy 11 free throws a game. In order to average 30.
10 to 11 is like,
free
that's
throws
like
a
Joel
game.
Embiid.
Yeah, that's him.
But,
But no,
all the great
I'm with
scores,
him. I'm with
all the
him.
great scores have had
I'm
seasons
agreeing.
like that where they average 10 to 11 free
I'm
throws.
And we
I'm
was talking about how
I'm
much
agreeing with you.
like
If you want to lead the league in score, yeah.
and we
KD
talk about
did
how
it.
much it drains you,
Hard.
like constantly putting up shots and going against the best defender. Free throw, you get to catch your breath, take your
Yes.
time, and get the easy ones too. Like,
What is the lowest free throw
That's what I was
attempts
gonna
per
say.
game amongst the top 10 scorers?
Oh, the top 10.
This year?
This
Or
season.
4.2.
It is 4.5. Can you guess who it is?
No, I can't.
He's a 92% free throw shooter.
I cannot.
The best in the game.
92.
Yeah.
Um.
The best ever, maybe.
Curry.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
How many is Tatum at?
Jason Tatum shoots
Probably
about
6.9.
6.9
Okay.
is the exact number. And then Luka's at 9. Giannis is at 11. Shea is at 8.7. Jalen Brunson, who's fourth in the league in scoring, by the way.
7.9.
Fourth in the league in scoring is 6.1.
6.1.
See, you got to get to the line.
Got to
He's
get to the
fourth
line.
in the league in scoring. Are y'all
Yeah,
hearing?
yeah,
Jalen
no.
Brunson's fourth in the league in scoring over Kevin Durant,
Man just
Jason
dropped
Tatum,
60.
Devin Booker, Steph
This shit only
Curry.
surprising y'all.
No, well, I'm just thinking about where he was 4 years ago.
When we signed him, I was happy for a reason.
I did not
This
expect
is-
this.
Yeah, not fourth in the
I
league.
expected this.
You expected it?
I'm
Okay.
on some bronze shit. I'm on my, don't pay me no attention.
You a
I'm on
visionary.
my
You
bronze
expected
shit.
that.
I expected this from him.
You know what Braun does after 2 episodes of his podcast? JJ will be saying something, and the end of the sentence, Braun would just repeat. So just talk,
does it a lot.
Talk
He does.
basketball.
Yeah. So what I was saying when we was watching the game, I didn't like that Dejounte.
Yeah, I didn't like the Dejounte. Yeah,
But even after that, like simple shit, he'll repeat too. Like
floppy action. Yeah.
Coach K was phenomenal. Coach K, a phenomenal guy. he does even that shit though.
Yeah.
Like I did
It's a
peep that.
word for that. Oh my God, it's a word for that. Where like your first mind is to repeat what the last thing you heard.
He does
in
that
order to keep your train of thought
on
going.
a lot.
Yeah.
I tell my JJ, what you be telling your kids when they call what they call you? They call you coach or dad?
They call me
Or
dad.
He said no. He said they call them both. He like, oh, they call you both. I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, bro. I thought I was the only person that peeped shit like
Yeah.
that. I'm glad you
There's
brought
people
that
that
up.
be having that like just like constantly doing the same thing and without it like subconsciously. Like you know how people you ever talk to somebody that always say like,
Nah, I'm saying.
you get what I'm saying?
My
you get what
dad
I'm
is
saying?
that, yeah.
You get what I'm
And
saying?
you know
After
what?
everything.
Hey, this is. We're gonna go to a break after
He
this.
pissed me off.
When I first started dating my now wife, she didn't recognize that was like a verbal crutch. You know what I'm saying? I just did it. Where my dad would be talking, you know what I'm saying? He don't need you to say yes to it.
So they're like,
She was like, "Yep,
yeah.
hey, relax. He's just talking. You know, he's just.
I
Talking.
get exactly what you're saying, Mr. Beach. No, I totally get what you're saying. Every 3
Nah, I mean-
KB go piss. All you hear that, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. No, I totally get it. Trust me. I tell Control the same thing.
I don't even.
He should wipe his ass.
People
after
say,
he
you know what
shits.
I'm saying?
He don't.
It
I don't know
just-
why.
it-
I
just-
never have.
I don't know why Control doesn't wipe his ass.
I've had stuff
don't
where
acknowledge
like
it.
I say
What,
it as
you know what I'm saying?
like a
Yeah.
joke,
And
and then I said it a couple times, and it just automatically is like in my vocabulary now.
yeah.
What?
I will respond to
What?
it when I know it's the end of this.
I used to
the
say
statement.
cuz.
facts.
When I was young, I used to say cuz all the time. Just because I
Cuz?
made fun of somebody who kept saying cuz, and then all of a sudden, like, that's what I call
We
people.
You used to
I'm
say
not gonna
Lord.
Yeah. yeah.
He's so federal.
What?
You know why? And I tell you this all the time.
How's that
I be
federal?
He's so
hearing.
federal.
I be hearing.
That's
shit.
when I thought I was in a game.
Yeah.
It be cut off in the TikToks, or sometimes they don't let me explain it in the TikToks, so it just sound like I'm on your ass. You be so thirsty. He be so thirsty.
I was
so
thinking about it when he
thirsty.
said "cuz." It immediately came to my head that he was. We used to say "Lord."
So y'all vice lord.
Yeah,
No, no.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Why is it saying
What
yeah?
the fuck?
Take a side break.
Because
Take
you
us
might
out.
not go back to the city, but I go to the city, my guy. Not finna have people thinking I'm gang affiliated.
That
We
boy,
ain't- we-
D Mills said like he throw VL out the window.
I seen a video yesterday. Little boy was throwing a face clamp.
That's crazy.
That's a
bro.
social media
How you throw
game,
that
bro.
up?
With the little L.
That is the lamest shit I've ever seen. That's the lamest shit I've ever
I used
seen.
to really rock with FaZe back in the day, bro.
I
when
rock
was
the
a
face
shorty.
too, but I ain't never throw it up.
Oh yeah, I couldn't say I was in the pictures like this.
That's wild.
Throwing it up is crazy. And you on here talking about game banging? This is an ESPN Omaha
my
Enjoy
God.
platform, and you are game banging?
I'm good.
Just him, by the way.
I don't even know what does that mean, Lord?
Let's hear a word from
Who is you,
our-
Kevin Garnett?
KG got that crutch.
KG, come get these fools, man. Come get these fools. But you know what crutch I hated?
Uh-huh.
And we all dealt with it because we grew up in certain areas. Like, bro, oh my gosh. You know how many Samanthas I've talked to when I was in high school? Like, yeah, we probably like just go like,
Oh yeah,
you know, like
when I hear that, I be
like
trying to
Sammy,
give people leeway
Sammy.
because I just know it's a verbal. Yeah.
You say what?
When I be hearing it, I hear it and pay attention to it, but I wouldn't say anything because it's
I would
like
say something to somebody I cared about.
I'd be hearing it from random people.
I never said nothing because I was young.
Yeah.
But I definitely walked away from the conversation like, what the hell was that about? Because I was young, I was ignorant to it. But you know,
What Donald Glover say? Got more likes than a white girl talking.
oh, I like that. Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a Samantha. It's gonna be a Becky,
All right, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Brecky Hill.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
All right, and we are back, baby. And now let's get into some stocks.
Back like we never left. How do y'all want to do this? Because what I was thinking is we all have a certain amount of money to buy stocks, right? But the Celtics Nugget, they got
Their stock is high.
That's what I was
like
gonna
buying
ask.
Apple
I was gonna say
right
if
now.
we
Exactly,
take
exactly.
a stock from another, do we got to take it from another team?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
If we're gonna play stock in one team, do we got to take it from another team?
Well, I was thinking you have like a. That's
You just
like,
have the set amount though.
we all have like $100.
Okay,
$100?
bet.
Okay.
But
Bet.
the Celtics
Bet.
and Nuggets, they should be like.
Yeah,
like-
as we go, we'll
The
figure out.
Celtics
'cause
should probably be like they both should be like $60.
Damn.
Yeah, because they like you said, they're like Apple. Nobody's buying a share of Apple right
Yeah,
now.
no.
Let me get
you buy a
one
percentage of
You
Apple
feel that's
share.
it's just dumb.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here for that.
Okay.
And then the cheapest should be the play-in teams. So if you want to
Yes.
buy 50 Bulls
The
shares,
Lakers, the Warriors, Kings, Suns.
Hey, can I start it off there?
Yeah,
it
go ahead.
I am buying Lakers stock.
That's what I was. KB.
If we're saying that it's one of the cheapest stocks available, it's like a penny stock.
yes,
I would actually spend a lot of money
especially
on
the way
Lakers
they
stock.
playing lately. Hell yes.
Other than last night,
Yeah,
where
but-
they let the Pacers hold them to under
But
100.
you know what? We've been playing so well. That was one of them games. It's just like it happens.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
I-
move on. You
for
just
sure.
move
Yeah.
on.
For sure. I was gonna do a video, but I didn't want, I didn't want people to
I saw you in the
misinterpret.
Mavericks Discord.
In the Mavericks Discord?
Yeah,
Who?
you.
No, I was not.
No, somebody. No, not you. Literally, but you made a video at the Mavericks
I
and
did.
they put it in there.
Oh,
It was a screenshot.
I'm
KB
like,
was like, "Who got another account?"
yeah, I'm like, whoa, I was not.
It was
in
like
no-
Kenny Beecham, latest video on Mavericks or something like that.
Look at me traversing platforms.
Let me go see what they were saying in the comments. I kept scrolling.
On Discord or Reddit?
Reddit. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay,
I
okay.
said
That-
Discord.
that- yeah, that
I
makes
meant
a little
Reddit.
bit more
I meant
sense.
Reddit. I don't know why I'm saying Discord right now.
I would buy Lakers stock. It's so crazy to see a team that made 0 changes change their identity midseason. This was a team that was really good defensively for the first half of the season, could not score to save their life. They were starting every game down by 12 because they didn't take and make threes. And now, since like January-ish, a lot of things have shifted where they're one of the better three-point shooter teams. They're one of the high-volume three-point shooter teams, but now they don't defend anything. It's like they sacrificed their identity to switch it. And I like this version of them a lot better. I feel like they're in more games and they have the ability to win against almost anybody. They have the ability to win against anybody except for the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver
Yeah, I
Nuggets,
just think
yeah.
their personnel just started to play better. Rui now back into the starting lineup. He's shooting the ball better. Austin Reeves has been playing better. D'Lo has been playing better. So like everybody collectively kind of like hit a rhythm all at the same time. So now you're seeing this big offensive influx, which you didn't see at the beginning because D'Lo got off to the rough start. Austin Reeves was coming off the bench and he wasn't starting. Rui wasn't in the starting lineup either. So it's like you're seeing a shift because everybody's kind of gelling at the right time. I don't know what it is about LeBron James-led teams, but they gel at the right time a lot of times. But in this case, it just always gets them started off at like the damn 10th or 9th seed, and it's like you always got this uphill battle. So that's just the unfortunate part.
I think that's one of the benefits of the long season is you have so much room to get better and improve and focus on your weak areas. But everything D-Mills said is right. Like, the offense has been clicking, and partly, like, a lot of credit to D-Lo for how well he's been hooping and everything. I told y'all I'm a sucker for just growth and character growth from, like, everything he's kind of been through, especially, like, last season, didn't play so well in the playoffs, to this season talking about him in trades, to now he's playing at this type of level. I love seeing that type of stuff.
So y'all all buying?
I'm gonna put $20 of my dollars into the Lakers stock.
Okay, I was thinking like 10 for me personally. Just enough to get my feet wet, and if it skyrockets and I feel great about it.
If you lose it, you ain't missing it.
Exactly, a little 10 piece.
I'm putting 30 on my Lakers.
Oh.
No, that's too much. That's too much for 100.
30% going on.
Yeah,
that.
I was
We
gonna
ain't
say that's too
talking
much. Give me
19 other teams.
I'll cut it in
talking
half. I'll cut it in half. 15.
Okay. All right, I did my 10. What's another team that y'all want to throw out as a team that y'all buying
The
stock
Dallas
in?
Mavericks.
That's my biggest moneymaker right there.
That's a team that I'm probably willing to invest another $20
But
on.
I will say the Mavericks are a lot more expensive than a Lakers.
And they're trading upward, so
Yeah,
we're
they
seeing
are.
their stock
but
completely go
I'm
higher.
getting it right now though.
Okay,
It ain't at its peak, but it's gonna get. So it's
but maybe
still
what
room
if
to
it
grow.
what if it is at its peak? Because they're what 11 and 1 in their
Boom.
last 12.
And
It
they
could
the
be their
six- and
peak,
they the
This is the
11 and
hottest
1 and
they've
they're the
been.
6th seed.
Yeah. So it could plummet.
but this is
But
the
it also
chances you
did-
take when you in the
Yeah.
stock market.
But
Yeah, that's-
remember, you spent 20 of your $100. So you got
I'll
$80
put 15
left.
on. I'll put 15 on Dallas. I'll put 15 on Dallas.
Where are we saying the baseline cost is to get one Dallas Mavericks share?
So with his 15, let's say he bought 3.
Okay, so $5 per share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even though it should be more.
Yeah.
But he BMF over here, blowing money fast. Ricky Rose.
It's Luka Doncic.
it's
You gotta
Luka
invest.
Doncic. I
But
ain't mad at that.
but that's why I didn't buy the Lakers, because I know I had a lot to spend with this Mavericks team. I'm putting 30 on them.
Woo! Is that 6 shares?
Damn.
Yeah, give me 30 of them.
Big money, P.
I need. I'm going off for every team we talk about. Ain't gonna get no money from me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, for sure. Not
sorry.
every team's worth investing in.
I'm sorry.
Did we determine what it was the cost for 1 share of Lakers stock?
Let's figure it out. So
If the Mavs are $5, I think the Lakers should be a $2 stock. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So $2 stock, per $2 per share for the Lakers. So I have 5 shares of Lakers stock.
I got 7.5.
Okay.
what did I say the Mavericks was?
$5 per share.
And I bought 30.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
I put 15 on the Mavs and I put 20 on the Lakers.
This is the way I think about investing. Not in the real life, but in this in real life,
sure,
I'm
for
very,
sure.
very cautious in my investing. I'm getting 6% of Apple stock because I know that's safe. But in this exercise,
You gonna play?
I want to play a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to play a little bit. So a team like the Denver Nuggets, I'm not putting a single penny in.
Absolutely
That
not.
makes
I'm not putting a
It ain't
single
making
penny
me-
in.
it ain't making me none.
Boston. I'm not putting a single penny
How
even
much-
in Minnesota.
So let me do this.
I got a
Since the
question.
Rockets was, since the Lakers was 2, the Rockets is 11. Can I get them for $1?
Yes, you can. I'm not against that.
So
You might as well hand me that money right now. But if you want to put your heart on cash on the team that won't
That's
make
such
it,
a good value. I don't see why
Yeah,
everybody
nah.
didn't take a little
yeah,
penny
at least
of
a
that.
little bit of it, right?
You know,
Little
give
bit.
me a couple
contenders,
shares.
though, right?
Huh? I don't think it's
I
got to
think
be
we can-
contenders. I think
yeah.
it could be just like
Okay.
going past expectations or maybe like meeting expectations.
Boom. I like that too.
I'm buying $10 worth of 10 shares for the Rockets,
Okay. I wanna buy some of the Cavs
just for them to miss
stock.
the playoffs.
Ooh, Evan Mobley, big time 3
That's
point
what I was
shot.
gonna
Come
say.
on, man.
It's
Come on,
got. I believe Donovan Mitchell could turn the shooting back around. He can. He's Donovan Mitchell. But to
Absolutely.
see Evan Mobley hit that 3 was huge.
Yes.
I gotta buy some
That's a shot
Cavaliers
he wouldn't have
stock.
taken
You right.
a year or two ago.
Yes, it is. I ain't mad at that at all. Mikhail.
Shout out Evan Mobley, man. Tough seeds of him so far with the injuries.
So if I have 15, I'll probably buy. I'm gonna do 15 again.
Okay. So what do we say the stock set is for the Cavs? Is a 3 seed, 45 and 29. Obviously, I think they're in a tier below the other 2 teams in their
so the
conference.
Mavericks was how much?
The
They were
Mavericks are
$5.
$5 per stock.
The Cavs should be 10.
You think so?
They should be one
Well-
of the Mavs.
I think they should be slightly higher than the Mavs. I mean, the
I like
records are the
7.
same.
Oh, I see. I'm going.
I think they
seed.
should be. Yeah, they should be around the same range.
I think so too. Maybe
7.
maybe slightly higher because the path for the Cavs is going to be easier than the path for the Mavericks. Who the Mavericks got to go against?
$7.
7?
If that were 5,
$7
let's
a
do
share?
7. Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
I'm not mad at that. I want to buy Talk to me about Miami Heat stock. We on the same page
What?
there?
That's what I was
Okay,
about.
word.
You know how while I was looking at it, it's shaking up right now to where the East. They seem like they locked at that 7th spot.
Maybe.
It's close, but
They got an easy schedule left and one game
games
difference.
left, right? 9 or 10
yeah,
games.
Yes,
left, right?
and
it's
it's looking like they
possible that
might
they
play the
can-
Bucks in the first round, and that's a very interesting series. So that's why I was thinking about buying that.
Where are we saying the stock is at? Because I'm here to invest in Miami Heat again.
This is the Miami Heat. This is like when you go and it's like the name brand stuff. It might be old, but it's name brand, so you got to pay a little bit extra for it.
Let's go 3. Lakers is 2. Let's do 3.
Okay.
For them.
I'm okay with that.
$3. Give me $15 worth of Miami Heat stock.
I'm gonna take $10 worth of Miami Heat stock.
Okay. And you said it's at $3?
$3.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy $5 worth for.
I mean,
Oh,
it just
no, I'm
got
tweaking.
so much potential.
I'm
there.
spending $15 for 5 shares.
Right. That might be our worst investment, but it might be our best investment.
It might be.
We might be billionaires.
Yes.
We might end up
They
being
upset the
billionaires.
Bucks. That stock go. That stock
I just think at some point, familiarity.
Yeah.
You got to.
It's like one of those stocks that's like we saw it be good at one point, and then it
Coach
had a
Sproles
year of
probably
going
gonna
down.
go circles around Doc. There's a good chance that happens.
The Doc Rivers was what 14 and 13 so far.
Yes.
Ugh, don't love that. Can I ask y'all about New York Knicks stock, please?
That's a smart one.
How we feeling? Obviously, we don't know if Julius Randle's coming back, so I feel like that
I might
should
break
change.
my bank on this. I might break my bank on this one. Yeah, how much
If
is
Cavs was 7, they got to be like 5 or 6, right?
6?
I would put
Probably
yeah,
6, like right under it, since I guess the health
the-
issues.
I'm not mad at that.
So I'm gauging also. Are they on the same tier as the Nets? I mean, as the Mavericks.
They're slightly above the Mavericks, but
above the
slightly
Mavericks.
below the Cavs.
Okay. I slightly still think the Mavs stock is higher than
Everything
than
out
the
east got a
Knicks.
little
But
bump.
the reason
Yeah.
but the reason that would be is because, like he said, they're dealing with injuries. The
Okay.
Mavs are literally 9-1 in their
and
last
it's
10.
a tougher path.
Did
Yeah.
Isaiah Hartenstein end up getting injured?
He hurt
I
his
saw
He
him.
came
He
back.
like hurt
No,
his
no,
wrist.
he
Did he
came
keep
back.
playing?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
did
kept
keep
playing.
playing.
He just fouled out.
Oh, okay. I saw that play when him went
Yeah.
down. Then I went to put Avery to bed, and I came back. He wasn't
No,
on
he
the court
came-
anymore.
yeah.
So I thought
Yeah,
he
they put
made
in Mitchell Robs.
Okay. But yeah, okay. What's the number?
$6.
$6
$6 is good.
for Knicks stock. Okay. $6 for Knicks stock. I'm gonna get. Give me 3 shares of Knicks stock. Give me 3 shares. And anybody else want in on Knicks?
I'm
man?
taking a
I'm
share of
good.
Knicks stock just because I love me some JB.
If they was
And
fully healthy, I would probably
I don't
invest.
know. Dante DiVincenzo, his jumper is so pure, bro. It's like in 2K when you see the green release green release. It's just so. It just feels like it's always going in, bro.
A couple different teams just let him go,
Yeah.
and now like those teams would love to have him right now.
Especially the Bucks.
Especially
The
Bucks.
Warriors.
The Warriors would love to have him right now, but I don't think the Warriors had the opportunity to bring him back. Either way,
What did we agree on for the share of it? Was it 6?
$6 per share.
Okay.
You know who also, you just said Dante shoots it like a green. Jalen Suggs sometimes shoots the ball. And
he holds it?
And he holds it.
Yeah.
And like, you know that bitch going in.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Suggs. man.
4 shares of the Knicks. for
What's
me.
the price for Thunder stock?
That's
That's expensive right
That's
there.
Or the
expensive.
Clippers? Let's one of the
I
other.
wanted to ask about the Clippers too.
Which stock is high? I think the Clippers stock might be higher.
Didn't the Thunder
I think so.
because of the playoff experience.
Yeah, I think if you ask people who's more of a contender, they probably say Clippers.
Clippers. I'm
So
not-
because
They
of
both
that,
in that top tier.
Yeah.
That's that top echelon of the West.
I at least wanted to make one purchase.
I mean,
of
the
a top
Thunder is
team.
more expensive than the Clippers to me because they got their 5 games better.
do you want to have a purchase of a top team, but you want it to be volatile?
I don't want it to be the Bucks or the Nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Because if I'm
Or
going to
the
go top
Celtics.
team, I'm thinking I'm thinking
That's what I was
Celtics
gonna
or
say.
Nuggets.
I don't think you
just
know
'cause
what
it's safe.
But I'm
Yeah.
also thinking like the lower the lower teams have more potential to where
But
they
I
win more money
think
back.
it's also you got to find out what's the difference. You asked though, right? Like, what's the
Yeah.
share? Because I think what's the share for the Nuggets and Celtics? Like, that's got to be the 10, the highest, right? So
I think we
for the
put them at, like,
Clippers,
$40 probably.
For a share,
I think you said $40.
Oh,
he almost made KB spit out. He almost made KB spit out his
But they
drink.
do
oh
need to be.
it would be like $10.
I
Probably.
think we did agree with you, but I think we were just talking about
Yeah.
figuring it out over the course. Now that we see how this money is going, $40 is a little ridiculous.
it
for
might
one
end
share.
up being like 12 to 15-ish.
For the Thunder?
15
or
max.
y'all talking about for the
I'm
Nuggets?
talking about the top two.
15
teams.
max.
Yeah.
15 max.
For the Thunder, yeah, we can talk through the Thunder one because I'm okay with it being like a $10 share.
It has to be at the least 10. It's tied for number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So we can stick them at 10.
So the Clippers will be a lower amount. So can we put them at 8?
Clippers should be 8.
Bet. I'm
Okay, wait.
buying 2 shares of Clipper stock.
So talk me through your portfolio so far.
Okay, so hold on.
Yep.
I'm typing in what I'm putting in.
Mm-hmm.
We said the Clippers are 8. Okay, so that's $16. So I put $15 into the Mavs. I put $20 into the Lakers, $10 into Miami, and $16 into the Clippers right now.
Okay.
Talk to me about the Pelicans.
This is going to be they're slightly below the Clippers because I don't think they have the top-heavy talent.
Brandon
and
Ingram just got hurt.
experience. Yeah, and Brandon Ingram's out for 2 weeks. So I would probably put them at like a $6 per share.
And that
So
would be
the
at
same as the
Kind of
Mavs?
Yeah,
like
they're
the
around the
Knicks.
same area as the Mavs. I'll put them right there with the Mavs.
At $6?
Yeah.
Hey man, for $6,
Actually,
for the Pelicans?
I might have to go in on the $6.
No, I was gonna say
share.
I might have to too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm buying $18 worth for 3 shares of the Pelicans.
I'm buying $18 worth of 3 shares of the Pelicans too.
I got money to spend, so give me 2 shares.
You over there?
I got money to spend, but you're gonna spend less than us.
Because
I got money to spend.
I can spend it on
I
a
get
big dog.
a double cheeseburger, please? Come on, man.
Now, it's rumored he may be back for the regular season in Joel Embiid.
Talk to me, D
The
Mills.
76ers are looking intriguing, even though they will have to go against potentially the Boston Celtics or the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Joel Embiid. And I think 80% of him is still dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So that stock is low right now.
It is.
What are we talking?
What do we have the Heat as? We had the Heat as a $5 stock.
No, 3.
$3. Oh, 3. Damn. We might match it, right? Does it make sense to match that with the 76ers as a $3 share?
No, because Joel Embiid is not back. It's a
I would say
potential
that's
thing.
him. It might have
I
to
see
be
what
like
you mean.
2.
Potential. They should be.
Oh, I was thinking higher actually. Because they feel good that he's coming back before the regular
Yeah,
season.
they said
ends.
before the regular season.
The Miami Heat don't have this save and grace player that can change their season.
Tyler
It's like-
Hero.
they don't have this save and grace player that can change their season.
Hey man, the way the offense is looking, Tyler Hero might say it today. He ain't Joel Embiid.
Hey,
but
they
yeah.
just put up 140 some points.
Yes, they did. They won by what,
Surprise.
60?
Hey,
It was against
They
Portland.
said Scoot Henderson had the worst plus minus in the history of
in the history of
basketball.
basketball. Yep.
Isn't that the second time he's done that?
Yes.
He beat his own record.
The best type of competition is
Yo,
the competition with yourself, man.
To do that twice in one season is
I think it was
It's more-
Manny Harris, then Scoot. Now it's Scoot, Manny Harris, Scoot.
oh.
Manny Harris.
Manny Harris.
What college you went to?
Oh my god, Miami.
No.
Tennessee.
I have no
No.
idea.
I don't know.
Big Ten.
Manny
Indiana.
Harris. Michigan.
Michigan.
I was in the Big
I
Ten.
actually kind of remember that.
At least
now.
I stayed in the Big Ten this time. I know the area.
Okay. I know the area.
What was your first guess?
We live
Indiana.
here.
Your first guess was Tennessee.
No,
No,
but
he said after you said Big
Oh,
Ten.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, that you know. Yeah. You're right. Good shit.
He say Missoula.
For sure. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I tweaked. But I see what you mean. Yeah. Good shit. Yeah, you know the Big Ten Conference.
Missoula
Name me 5 Big
University.
Ten schools, and you cannot say Indiana because you just said them.
Michigan.
Okay.
Because
ISU.
I just said that.
Right. You can't use Michigan either because he just
Okay,
said
Michigan State.
it. Okay.
Dayton.
No. Fuck wrong with you.
Okay. I'm just staying in the So Illinois.
Yes.
Illinois State.
No.
No.
ISU.
No.
What is ISU team?
Illinois State University.
No.
So once I say no at Illinois State, why would you say ISU? It's the same school. I'm sending you the same no. Holy shit.
Iowa.
You just gonna say it differently. Yes, Iowa.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
And Notre Dame.
No.
Damn, they're not in there?
You was right on the path. You said
Minnesota.
There you
There
go.
you go.
My boy.
There you go.
It's in the area, but you thinking it ain't the area.
Okay.
It's in the area.
Typically, the state schools
Yes,
don't make
the
big
state
conferences.
schools.
Oh, okay.
So you talking about so the only
Kansas State is in a big conference. Though.
the only state that has 2 schools in the Big Ten is Michigan because of Michigan and Michigan State. If I'm thinking off the top of my brain correctly, then you got Ohio State,
Oh, yeah.
Purdue, Wisconsin. You said Iowa, Nebraska. So yeah, but I don't blame you because they keep changing shit, realignment. So
Northwestern's Illinois.
Northwestern, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Northwestern, that's too. Yeah,
Are Purdue and Indiana are both in Indiana?
boom. But I didn't let you say Indiana. So
Yeah,
right,
right.
yeah.
Did we so the Sixers stock is at what?
$2?
$2?
We said it was.
Well, you arguing that it should be higher.
I think it should be higher. Yeah,
It should be higher.
So
than
$4?
Like $3 higher? Oh,
$3 is what the
$3?
Heat is at. So I'm thinking $4 for the 76ers.
just because.
I might
'Cause
came
Ju-
back.
Joel Embiid
nah,
is
Because
no,
of
that
that
got a
saving
little
grace?
high.
Yeah.
$2 seemed like a little
Yeah,
bargain.
I don't think I could do that.
How y'all feeling about the Pacers?
Oh,
You
have
talk
at
to
it.
me. Yeah, you can buy all of their stock if you want
Oh,
to.
but they defense got better.
They did. Held them to
did get
90
a little
points
better.
yesterday.
It did.
They did get a little better.
I'm about $4.
But no,
They also
But it
you
got
was
to be
saying-
low. If
you
it
was
was
saying
low,
it-
then I'll buy it.
He was saying it got better in the sense when we was talking about the Bucks first step in the first round.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here.
still went by that stock.
Shout out to Aaron Neesmith.
I want to buy some Magic stuff, but they just
I don't-
cannot shoot,
They can't
bro.
score to save their lives.
I don't have
can't,
any more
bro.
money. I got $3 left.
Wait, what did you buy?
He bought a lot of that.
I
I bought
Rockets.
$30 worth
Wait,
of
no, the
Mavs.
Rockets
$30
stuff is
for
cheap.
some Mavericks and 24 for the Knicks. That's 54 right there.
Oh my gosh!
You know what? I probably got to sell some of my Rockets. I
Oh,
bought
it already
$10.
plummeted.
I got to sell. No, I'm matter
I'll
of fact,
buy it.
I'm,
Two for the dollar,
I'm
though.
I'm holding Pat. I don't need no money to spend on no damn Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
true.
I'm about $10 worth of Sixers stock.
Okay. Words. I think that's a smart investment.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is a stud. I mean, you can't really mess up with that.
What is the Suns, man? They in a play-in.
I was waiting for somebody to mention
The
their
Sun-
name. They got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and
They in
Bradley
a
Beal.
play-in.
If
All those are just
I
names.
just-
if it's
Ain't-
cheap enough, I'm
Right,
putting
so
some
it's
money
cheap,
on it.
right?
Yeah.
So it's $1, right?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But you see how they got his names. You saw what they did yesterday?
What do we put it at? $4.
Oh, I'm
If we
out.
put it at 4, shit.
Kevin Durant, Devin
We're not
Booker?
putting that shit above the Heat. I'm not going for it. No, I got $3 left to my name. We're not putting it above the Heat. $2. I got
No,
$2.
I can't
$2?
do $2 either, though. That's the same as
That-
the Lakers.
Them and the Lakers should be on the same path. The Lakers went further than them last year.
What was the Lakers at? 4?
Well, that last year they
$2.
didn't have Bradley Beal.
I mean, their records are
Bradley
almost,
Beal ain't changed
their records
shit.
are almost similar.
it's
Talk to me,
it's
Mills.
2 games.
It's a 2-game difference.
Talk
I
to me,
mean,
Mills.
The Lakers just got off to a bit of a slower start.
But shouldn't they have the benefit of at least one extra dollar because they only have to win 1 game to get in, while the Lakers have to win 2 games to get in?
Right now they have to win 1 game. The Lakers might catch them. It ain't that.
I
think
feel
it's
like
far-fetched.
we've been trying to catch them for the past 2-3 months.
Who gives a damn? As long as y'all catch
Y'all
them,
still
right?
chasing?
If
You've been
if
chasing.
y'all
10 games, 10 games left, 2-game difference. It's just hard. That's just really
if
hard.
the Lakers catch them on the last game, are you gonna be happy?
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Do they play each other?
Let us know,
Let's
D.
see.
Millie.
That would be.
Let's see what playoffstatus.com got for them.
Come on, playoff status.
They actually don't play each other again.
They got the Suns as a favorite to be the 8th seed, and the Lakers. Wait, let me do it again. I'm sorry. For the Suns, it's a 25% chance to be the 7th seed, 33% chance to be the 8th seed, 26% chance to be the 9th seed, 7% chance to be the 10th seed.
But luckily, the Lakers coming up, they have Nets, Raptors, Wizards.
And it's
That's-
all on a roll, but it's easy games.
Yes, they should be able to clean the floor with their ass.
And the
take care of
Suns
it.
have the hardest schedule. Clean the floor with their ass.
Yeah. That shit sound painful. You
like a
just
dog,
dip,
yeah.
Dipping your ass in some solution and wipe it on the floor.
The Suns, look at the Suns schedule. Please tell me, because last time I checked, they had the hardest
I'll check
schedule
for
left.
you.
And it's not easy at
They
all.
can't even take OKC without Shea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that right. So
Y'all
they play
might
the
be right.
Pelicans.
so it should be cheap.
Yeah, put on the same level as the
They
Lakers.
play the
Fuck it.
So it's
Pelicans on
$2.
Monday, so they get a nice little break.
I'm
then they
buying
play the
one
Cavs.
share of the-
Timberwolves, Pelicans, Clippers, Kings, Minnesota. Oh,
I'm telling you, they got all playoff
So,
teams left.
they could. The
It's
Lakers
possible.
can catch them now.
It's possible.
Because the Lakers got those 3 easy games right off the bat. They got a dogfight right off the bat.
They also got to catch the Kings in order to catch them, who are sitting smushed between all of that.
That's true. I think the Lakers would still be happy with just getting to that 8th seed.
But guess what? The Lakers now have a 0.0 point differential now. Finally.
Hey.
Y'all were negative for like the last 2 months.
I'll spend $99, fellas. I got $1 left.
You better put that on the Bulls. Well, put it on the Hawks. The Hawks
Oh,
are half
yeah,
a
the
game
Hawks?
behind the
Yeah.
Bulls.
Yep, put my $1 on the Hawk.
There you
We
go.
said Celtics was 15.
Yep.
I took 2 shares.
Wow.
I feel,
I'm not mad at that though.
it's just they just so different this year.
I'm not mad at that. So I'm guessing the Nuggets are exactly 15 as well.
No, they reigning champs. $20.
Oh.
Reigning champs, man.
Jokic cost 15 by himself.
Right, $20.
That just feel like a bad investment. You know, $20 is a lot. I actually like the Celtics bet now if it's only 15. No Bucks. Anybody putting money on the Bucks?
I got $29 left. So
Big bucks with the Bucks, to the Bucks, to the Bucks.
I'm gonna invest something heavy in somebody. I'm gonna just invest the rest of the $29 into.
You might buy some Nugget stock.
He like,
I'll
I
do
want
the-
real nuggets.
I'll do the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll put
I
$29 on the Bucks.
We saying the Bucks are with like a $12 team at $15 for the Celtics, $12 for the Bucks.
Yeah, you get like 2.5 shares.
Okay, all right. I got a lot of money left. How much money you got left, Mike?
Since I bought the 2 shares of the Celtics,
yeah, I
I only
forgot
got
about
$12 left.
Y'all cheat. Spend that shit.
I'm at
They
$61.
penny
Right.
I was at $61
Give
too.
me one share.
Yeah, we basically have the same portfolio until then.
Give me one share of the Clippers. No, the Clippers was high though, weren't they?
What day they said?
The Clippers,
Spend
I
that
think we
shit.
put them at like $6 or $7.
Spend that shit.
If the
Sure.
Clippers and the Pelicans are 6, I'll take one share of both of them because that'll clear up the rest of my money. If they both 6,
I'm gonna take one share of Denver Nuggets basketball.
I feel like you got to get at least one of them top though.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Nah, I ain't getting none of them. I don't like easy money. I like to work for it.
You don't want to invest in McDonald's.
Right. I want to invest in Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna take one share
The Mavericks is Chick-fil-A.
of Boston Celtics stock too.
Okay.
And that leaves me with $4 to spend.
Now this is where you take your $4 and put it in the Chicago Bulls.
I would
Leave it.
never. I'd rather burn it. I'd rather burn it than put
For
money
real.
on the
I was
Bulls.
finna say, if you're going to do that, give me $4. If you're just going to waste it.
Yeah. I mean, they're about to lose the 9th seed. They're half a game in front of the Atlanta Hawks. They had like a 5-game
They did.
difference
That
earlier.
that is so ridiculous.
It's
that
so
they lost
crazy.
that gap.
So with my last $4, I'm actually gonna change and get 7 stocks of the Lakers instead of 5.
Okay.
Big Lake, you gonna be rooting for us?
No,
You want to root for LeBron?
no,
Oldest player in the league.
I didn't root for Udonis Haslam last year.
Right. Oh, Vince Carter.
I mean, it's a fine line between those people, right?
You ain't want the Heat to win in the finals?
Huh?
You ain't want the Heat to win in the finals?
hell no.
When?
But I'm
Last
scared of
year.
the Nuggets.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't want anything to happen. I wasn't a fan of any of those teams.
Right.
Oh, I was rooting for Jimmy.
I was rooting for Jimmy too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I was rooting for Jimmy to lose.
That's
okay.
because you a big Jokic guy.
I wasn't rooting for anybody. I just know Heat fans. This is why I hate Jimmy Butler, so I like to play along with it.
Here's my portfolio: 7 shares of the Lakers, 5 shares of the Heat, 3 shares of the Knicks, 3 shares of the Pels, 1 share of the Nuggets, 1 share of the Celtics.
I got 7 shares of my Lakers, 2 shares of the Cavs, 5 shares of the Suns, 2 shares of the Celtics, and then 1 share each of the Clippers and the Pelicans.
So I
That
went.
Cavs share is gonna mess your portfolio.
Okay, but do you not know they got Jordan Yang on the team?
Oh yeah, true. Forgot
George
about that.
Yang been
Forgot
doing
about that. Yeah, my fault.
$15 on the Mavs, $20 on the Lakers, $10 on Miami, $16 on the Clippers, $10 on the Sixers just to be safe, and then $29 on the Bucks.
30 on the Mavs, which is 6 shares. 10 on the Rockets, 10 shares. 5 shares Heat for $15. $24 for 4 shares of Knicks. $18, 3 shares of the Pelicans. 1 share of the Suns. 1 share of the Hawks.
If you can invest in one team that's outside looking in, the 11 through 15 seed to make it next year, what team you invested in?
The Rockets.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
No, the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies
Oh,
are
The
yeah.
Grizzlies.
That's
or the
probably-
Spurs.
I want the Spurs to be in there. They should have an interest. They could have an interest in
Out
off
east,
season.
that shit is disgusting.
It's
all
disgusting.
All those teams gonna be ass
For real.
next year too.
For real.
Unless LaMelo would just come back.
They
and
might
hit
as well put the
all-star
Portland
level.
Can
Trailblazers
LaMelo
over
play
there.
basketball?
That's the only hope that they have is that LaMelo plays basketball and Brandon Miller takes a jump. At least Charlotte has some hope. Those other teams don't have no hope really.
Until Karl Anthony Towns is in a Raptors jersey.
KB, don't say that. Don't do that to Cat.
What you mean?
Cat don't deserve
From
that.
him and Scotty Barnes. I'm just talking. Him and Scotty Barnes be a nice little point guard.
Don't
shooting
sleep
guard
when Pistons
situation.
get their backcourt, the light skinned backcourt, Caden and Zach.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Who we get back in that trade?
Nobody.
Because
That ain't
Alec Burks
happening.
and Bogdanovich is already gone.
They go.
So I don't even know how you can't even make that Zach money work no more.
Yeah, Zach is going to be a Bull for the rest of his
They're
career.
going to give Isaiah Stewart a nice hefty extension, and the Bulls going to
He already got extended.
Oh, he
when we were
did.
at Summer
Okay,
League
he
last
did.
year, he got extended. So it's possible. They can make. They have $60 million in cap. They could just take him. We don't even need nothing back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they could just absorb the money that way. Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah, that would be tough though. Anything else around the association worth getting to? We didn't really talk about the Draymond Green ejection.
Let's talk about the Draymond Green ejection.
First 4 minutes of the game versus the Orlando Magic. Draymond Green gets double teed up after saying some stuff to the refs. Then we get a different reaction for Steph Curry.
Was
than
he
normal.
crying?
That's what people are saying. I don't know.
But he's never looked that frustrated in a situation.
Yes, the whole game. He even hit the
Yes.
big shot and then kicked the
Kicked
chair.
yeah.
So it was just one of those games, and Steve Kerr did not enable Draymond Green this time, so he
Yes.
deserved it, everything. So that's different. Luckily for them, they end up winning that game because, again, the Rockets are right on their ass. That could have been like a point of change in their season.
And I'm going to just be honest and transparent here. I was rooting against the Warriors. Partly rooting for the Warriors, too, because obviously the Knicks and Magic are very close in the standings. And in these days, if you're playing the Cavs or you're playing the Magic, I'm probably rooting for the opposite team to win to help my Knicks.
Yeah.
Even when the Bucks lost to the Pelicans, I enjoyed that because we're all around each other.
Right. Yep.
But I was kind of rooting for the Magic at the same time because Steph's reaction. Draymond at some point is going to have to learn. They have to get tired of this at some point. And what has to start happening is for them to lose. And I just think that them losing the play-in could be a big wake-up call, or they're either going to let that go. Because you already missed a bunch of these games due to suspension, which is probably why we're in this situation. I like the Rockets. I'm a big fan. I'm supporting them and rooting for them. But in no way, shape, or form, if Draymond Green is there for the majority of the season or he don't have those games to suspend, this is not close.
Yeah.
The Rockets are probably too far on the outside to even make this close.
It be making it so wild because a lot of times, especially like feel like I see a lot of the clippets of his podcast, or I even clicked in if I'm just chilling at home, and like you hear him say so many smart things, and like he has such a good mind that it's just like him not being able to control emotions sometimes it just don't make no sense.
I don't understand it because you lost X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
You've lost so much for the team. And like you said, Draymond is a smart and intelligent dude, but the way that people view him who aren't in this like we are, it's so different when you go and talk to people. If we went out to eat somewhere at a sports bar and Draymond Green came up in conversation with some random people at a bar, they're probably going to have some crazy viewpoints of him based off of that. Because they're not watching his podcast, or they're not seeing interviews that we've seen, or they don't know the game and how important he is to the Warriors. And so that happens. And then even last night, how you get into a shoving matchup with Grant Williams? Even that could have been something that just turns into something. It's like, when are you going to wake up and learn? Like, this is all one season we're talking. We're not even talking about the punch no more. We're talking about just this year. And you constantly are having these instances. You don't see that Steph Curry reaction. You don't hear Steve Kerr and everything that they're saying. So the very next game, you come out and have another situation that could potentially turn into something over Grant Williams and the Hornets.
Yeah.
Grant Williams and the Hornets.
I hope.
Then you go on your podcast and you talk. He has some shit to say about Tari Eason because Tari Eason like, wait, Warriors come out and play, and he's like, man, Tari, I rock with you, but you better learn. You know, it's history here. What we do to the, and it's just like, you gotta shut up.
That shit over with.
You gotta hoop.
It's a new day and age.
You gotta hoop, bro.
What they say on the wire, the thing about the old days. The old days.
I never got that far, but okay, I like that.
And then 2 weeks ago, he said, I ain't worried about the damn Rockets. Now the Rockets on their ass.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't understand that either. Y'all,
They're on a 10-game winning streak and you ain't worried about it?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that one I'll defend him just because in the grand scheme of the interview, it makes sense for when he said it. Because he was more saying like, we keep beating ourselves. And what he was saying was, I can't worry about the Rockets right now because we got shit to worry about.
Oh, okay.
That was more of the context if you watch the entire interview. But yeah, my least favorite thing about all of this is that this will happen and then we'll turn on TV and it'll be like, is Steph Curry a good leader because Draymond Green did this?
That dialogue makes me
bothers the hell out of me.
It don't even make sense.
It bothers the hell out of me.
Because what is Steph Curry supposed to do realistically?
Hey, he's not just control another grown man.
People want him to do when they say that, they want him to walk into the office, look at Mike Dunleavy in the eye and say, trade Draymond, I'm tired of it. That's leadership to them. Because it's a grown-ass 30-plus-year-old man.
But that's a contradiction, because if LeBron did it, they would say, look, he always got to go do something. So it's like...
You can't win.
Yeah, you can't win.
Yeah.
I don't know how we've seen 10-plus years of dominance from Steph Curry in the Golden State Warriors for us to be like, that's a bad leader right there. That's a bad leader. He's okay with somebody coming onto his team for 2 years and winning Finals MVP.
Boom.
Bad leader. He's a bad leader.
You can never be a bad
leader.
leader.
He was never disgruntled or
you
nothing.
can never be a bad leader letting the MVP come and technically steal your shine.
It's too much, bro. Were y'all questioning his leadership 3 years ago before Draymond got crazy? No.
And nobody on the team,
crazy,
nobody on that team
Before he went over the top,
or that
my fault.
organization is responsible for another grown man.
No.
My leadership is not reflective of how another grown man chooses to handle himself in any situation. That don't even make sense. I'm responsible for a whole nother grown ass man.
I try to put it in like a normal day-to-day thing, right?
Yes.
If Mike was the Draymond Green of our podcast, what are we supposed to do about Mike being a crash out? What are we supposed to do?
They're gonna be in the
Other than
comments.
us, we
They're
can-
gonna
and
be in the comments. Somebody, Peter Draymond Green.
Oh yeah, Pierre is the Draymond Green. Yeah, you're right. Only thing we can say is like if it was messing with the show, we say Pierre, what you're doing right now is not a good depiction of who we are in our show.
Exactly.
Which I would assume Steph Curry and them has done.
Yeah.
If Pierre decides to keep doing that, what are we supposed to do as his teammates now?
Absolutely.
We supposed to go to Anthony at Omaha, say call Peyton Manning and say, well, we got to trade Pierre for
Stephen
Kendrick
A.
Perkins right now. Like that's just not how it really works. And I will never understand the he's a bad leader thing because one of his teammates in a 15-year career is a crash out.
I agree with that sentiment. I think as a leader, all you supposed to do is kind of like friendships and just like relationships. You stay real, you stay honest, and when you do that, your job is done. As a friend, I'm supposed to let you know, hey, bro, I don't know about that. That's all I'm supposed to do. If you continue to do it,
that's on you.
Continue to do it. But I did my part by letting you know that ain't it, and I put it out there versus lying to you, being like, man, that fit decent. Nah, bro, that shit don't really go well together. But if you still want to wear it, by all means, do you. But when people looking at you crazy while we out in public, you can't look at me because I tried to tell you the truth. All I'm supposed to do in any relationship I have is tell the truth and be honest without trying to hurt somebody's feelings or be mean to them. But yeah, I just think that relationships is all about being honest, and that's leadership. And if you're being honest and a person continue to not do it, then yeah.
Another thing about it is that the on-court stuff for Draymond is hard to replicate with Steph Curry. For the last 10 years, they've been one of the best duos in basketball, the way they play off each other, how Draymond and him are connected at the hip when it comes to like Draymond just knowing exactly what he's thinking, where he's going to be at. You trade Draymond Green away, there ain't nobody on that roster.
Is there anybody with better chemistry?
No, I mean, you can, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic are up there.
Trae Young, Clint Capella.
No, that ain't close.
It ain't. It's just.
Yeah,
I feel like they might be the best.
No, it's
it
not.
might be.
I'm just thinking of duos
because it's just like the dribble handoffs is one thing because Jokic does that with everybody, but it's like there's times where Dre just always is constantly looking for Steph, no matter what. And I think that a lot of the role players, like what was it, a year or two ago, where they was talking about like when Andrew Wiggins first came over, there's like they were still getting adapted to the system and everything like that. Like Draymond Green knows the system like the back of his hand. Like he knows where Steph is going to be every time. And I think it's just hard because it's hard to replace that because with Steph being the best shooter in the world, getting him those looks and having him be able to get those looks on a nightly basis, you can't replace that.
Yeah, and Draymond does a great job with him and Clay. He finds both.
Yeah, Clay replicates
it. Their trio chemistry is literally why they won all those championships. So like, if you want to stay competitive and compete, it's gonna be hard to get rid of Draymond, especially when you talk about the defensive aspect. We only talking about what he does offensively. Defensively, he just brings so much to the table. He's their vocal guy on the defensive side. He switches on all positions. He'll guard De'Aaron Fox one series, but then the next series he's gonna guard Jokic. So like That's just not somebody you can ever replace.
Since 2014, 2015, Draymond Green and Steph Curry have played a total of 14,000 minutes together. Can y'all guess the net rating of them two on the court?
Plus 20.
Plus 7.2.
Plus 20?
7.2.
In 14,000 minutes.
5.8. Plus 5.8.
It's plus 13.46.
Oh, so
that is otherworldly for 14,000
I had a feeling it was double digits because they used to have stretches where
20
they
is
used to,
crazy, though. 20, they
just blowing everybody out.
They did have a stretch where they were blowing
for a
everybody
couple
out.
seasons. Yeah. But yeah, plus 13. That's hard to replicate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, when I get home, I want to do this for like best duos in history and see what their net rating is for a 10-year stretch. Because 13.4
y'all think got to be up there. Probably like John Stockton, Karl
Shaq
Malone.
and Kobe.
Shaq, Kobe.
Jordan.
Shaq and Kobe lost
Jordan and
one
Scottie.
playoff game. They had a run where they lost one playoff. Oh, they
True.
was
I wonder if advanced stats like that
Go
favor.
back that far?
Not even that they go back that far, but I wonder if it favors them as much as now because of how much scoring has. Like you get 30-point blowouts very regularly back in the early 2000s. That might not have been the case, but I'm about to see. I'm gonna go.
Brian and Kyrie on a run.
That would be a good one. I'm gonna go Kobe and Shaq and just see Kobe and Shaq, and this is from 2000 to 2004.
Yeah, boy, Kobe.
It might y'all can feel this because it's gonna take a couple minutes.
What's
to-
your guess?
For them,
Oh, I got the number right here. They've played
Plus 5.
about 8,000 minutes, a little under 8,000 minutes.
I'll say plus 5.
I'm going to say plus 9.
Plus 14.3.
Plus 9.62.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Do
pretty
Scottie and Jordan.
good. It does. It only starts in 2000.
Oh, damn.
At least in
okay.
this
LeBron
site that I'm
Wade?
at. You want to go to LeBron,
LeBron
Wade?
Wade.
It's a good one. What year would they start that? 2011?
2011, I think.
2011 to 2013. Cool. 2011, 2013.
LeBron and Wade. I was watching Michael Beasley interview yesterday with the only OGs with UD and Mike Miller. He was saying some interesting things.
About what?
He was just saying like he came in, he was 19, and he was trying to say it in a non-disrespectful way. He didn't want people to think he was crazy, but he wanted it to be his show. You know what I mean? Like I'm 19, I'm coming in, and he like I had the mindset of like D-Wade was old, so I'm thinking they're gonna usher me in, but in reality, it was only his 4th year. You know what I'm saying? So he like
You said old. I'm like, hold on, he couldn't have been that
but he was
old.
like, you got to remember, I was 19, so I was tweaking, but for whatever reason.
LeBron James and Dwayne Wade played a total of 6,653 minutes. Again, this is all regular season. It doesn't count for playoffs. Guess the net rating together.
7.7.
11.3.
Plus 6.
12.2.
Damn.
12.2.
They were? Yeah.
That was just a good ass team, too.
Was it? Or was it just LeBron, Bosh, and Wade?
That's a good ass team.
Don't forget about Norris
Mario.
Cole,
Oh, my
Mario
fault.
Chalmers,
Yeah, my fault.
Mike Miller.
No disrespect.
Shane Battier.
Give me one more
You
duo.
remember when Rashard Lewis came into
Yes,
the
he
picture?
did. Give me one more duo.
Let's think of
Katie Russ.
Let's think of a real good one. Though.
Katie Russ is. I actually like Katie Russ, but then again, they started off so young.
Yeah.
What's a real good duo? What's a duo that didn't win a championship but was real
Kobe
good?
and no, that didn't win a championship. Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer.
Look that up though. I'm just curious. They had a really good year one year.
I'm just laughing because he said a really good duo. We went from Shaq and Kobe
To Darrick
Wade and Bob.
I'm just curious though.
All right, I just got to figure out what
That
years
is a
that
good
were.
duo.
It ain't, but
But it ain't them. I was thinking of duos that didn't win championships.
2005 to 2010. Okay, I got it. 2005, 2010. How many games were they? I don't even remember how many games they were winning back then.
they might have had a 50-win season once.
Okay.
Might have.
I have a good one after that.
They definitely has had some 40-win season. What is it?
Nash and Amari.
Not mad at that. You said Darren Williams and Booze Crews?
Yeah.
Carlos Boozer. All right, let's get it.
I don't be mad at Tatum and Brown either, honestly. But I feel like we've seen those stats recently.
I mean, their this year stats are going to make it
Yeah,
ridiculous,
it's
which
gonna
is
be
kind of
flux
cool, though.
crazy.
All right, so they've played 8,302 minutes together. Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer. Guess the net rating.
Plus 4.
3.2. 3.2.
3.3.
3.3.
Plus 3.3. They actually were better with just Darren Williams on the court, no Carlos Boozer.
What was their net rating with just?
5.
Oh wow.
And
You know what
5,000 minutes.
they probably was because you just slide Karolinko to the 4.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do Tatum Brown just because I think that's
You don't want to do Nash and Amari?
I mean,
Yeah, we got
it's
that.
our show. Yeah, it's definitely our show.
Thirsty.
I'll be thirsty.
He heard his voice. He want to do that.
And this site is a free site for everybody at home that want to dive in.
Hold up. New Caribou just dropped?
You funny.
17-18.
Oh, I can't wait to hoop tonight. We finna get a championship. P.
I hope I can hoop.
KB playing tonight.
It all depends. Again, I might be having a film tonight because tomorrow's Easter.
Oh yeah.
So I don't.
That's why we trying to get it in tonight. Cause
For sure. I'm gonna try to be there.
Y'all don't know, we always do 2K tournaments during private pro-am runs. You can get it. You can join the runs by getting into my Discord, and you'll kind of learn everything out from there. But just get in the Discord.
I need a championship.
Also, playback. Enjoy basketball. We doing streams on playback.
Yeah, if you missed the last one, you missed a good
You
one.
missed the class.
D-Mills might have had the wildest saying in there.
What did he say?
Remember when you was talking about the nuts? And he was
Oh.
like, I just be cracking them open or whatever.
Oh yeah,
You remember what he said?
yeah. But that was funny because he tried to. I was wild for talking about I can't wait to go home and grind my dude. With no context, that was crazy.
I was thinking about that earlier because my girl's like, yesterday my girl came out to me and she's like, what you doing? I was like, I was saying again, I was like, I'm grinding my dude. And I started laughing.
Unfortunately, fellas, I think the site has crashed on me.
Uh-oh.
I put Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. It will not. It's making it seem like they were never teammates.
Those numbers are just so damn good.
just
It broke the
No,
site.
it wanted you to do a Murray and Nash.
It might have. Yeah. Let me hit this refresh one more time. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. Oh, it says loading. It says loading.
Internet sucks sometimes.
I just got off the Wi-Fi. Yep. All right. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum played a total of 9,267 minutes together. Guess the net rating.
Is this from?
This is from 2017-18 to now. So Jason Tatum's rookie
Plus
season.
7.3.
I'll go 8.2.
Plus 9.
Both of y'all are very close. It's .788.
Oh, okay.
But Jason Tatum playing without Jalen Brown is a +9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown by himself.
3.2.
When y'all
It's
hear
still
the
positive.
minutes
It's still
together, does that shit kind of like, is it like surprise you a little bit when you hear them numbers? Like
Always 9,000.
9,000
minutes
minutes.
a
The
ton.
one with Steph was like 13,000 minutes.
Yeah.
What's
Especially
the,
teams
can
that
you see the
stagger
top
a little
one?
bit. No, it don't go that way.
I
But
don't know
especially
what's
teams that
the
stagger.
most minutes played between the duo.
Before we wrap up and get up out of here, I want to introduce a brand new segment that I think will become a fan favorite. We're going to call this Unplugged. And basically what we're going to do in this segment is I'm going to come up here with different talking points or topics in the pop culture or around the world and just kind of unplug the end of the episode with some non-basketball talk. If it's something really going crazy in the sports world, I may bring that as a topic too. I don't want to say we going to focus on getting away from sports. You know what I'm saying? If the Bears go up there and they don't draft Caleb Williams #1, we'll probably save that for, you know what I mean? Like something like that. But last night I was laying in bed, and while I was trying to go to bed, Sister came on.
Okay.
And I'm like, I would love to go. I'm like, that's my unplug. I want to go up there and I want to ask the guys, can they think of some underrated shows from their childhood that, and when I say underrated, the reason I'm saying that is because if you ask me my favorite shows from like being a kid, Sister probably wouldn't have came up in that combo.
Yeah, right.
But when I was in bed and it came on, I was like, oh shit, like Sister was a good show. They don't make shows
They
like
don't.
that
No,
no
they
more.
don't.
Only
don't.
one that is very good that's currently airing, Abbott Elementary, so
It's
good.
super good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I watched that.
That's
So
good.
good.
I watched that too.
I watched that.
But like when you think about that era where we grew up, we had
you
Fresh Prince.
you seen all the episodes?
No,
I haven't seen
I'm,
them all
I'm
either.
in
so
them
don't
right now.
spoil it, but I'm,
Oh, you ain't seen the one with the vape?
No.
Oh, that one's funny.
Okay.
is that a newer one?
I just
don't know.
I guess I like mockumentaries. Like The Office is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess
You
I
like
just
seeing the inside of that world?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
see.
I don't want to stop your segment.
No,
but
for sure.
Do you remember before when we were thinking about transitioning, we thought about doing like a mockumentary?
I still thought we should have.
We should. It's still a
Yeah.
possibility. A podcast mockumentary series.
Yeah, Mike over there, like, man, I hate y'all. Don't know, it infuriates me when he cuts me off. Oh, I like when he cut me off. I'm never
And
prepared.
it's like y'all do a thing. It's like, yeah, we took Mike's vape, and it's just like I'm looking all over.
We should just have
Yeah,
fun, some
it'd be
film,
fun.
some stuff like. Anyway, back to your.
But yeah, they just don't make like when you really think about it in that time. We had Martin, Fresh Prince, we had Sister,
Steve Harvey Show.
the Steve Harvey Show. We had D.L. Hughley Show, Bernie Mac Show,
Parkers.
The
Bernie
Parkers,
Parkers.
the Parkers is my show.
Moesha.
I can go back. I've rewatched The Parkers like 5 times.
It's
This is-
hilarious.
That was the
Keep
underrated
going.
show that I was
This
about to
this
bring
is
up.
all one era.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else? We had one-on-one.
Yes.
Like this is all. Even if you go to Disney's, even Steven, I
Feel
know
of
they
the Future.
Huh?
Feel of the Future.
I wasn't really big on that. But
You didn't like that show?
It wasn't bad, but
I
like
like the
that show.
season finale or the series finale.
I don't
That's so
remember all
Raven.
that.
That's So Raven was a good one. I know they got turmoil going on right now, but Drake and Josh, like we had literally,
We had good
we
TV,
can
man.
name 20 shows at one time that you can just turn on the TV and watch.
Yeah.
Hannah
And
Montana.
I think what changed that is now that everything is on demand and you can watch whatever, it kind of watered it down in a way.
Probably.
Well, I feel like there might be really good shows that we don't even know about or care to watch because
I think nostalgia is a real thing too. But in terms of like, it's just I'm so familiar with the cartoons and the shows that I have watched that some of these be just looking so new that it's just like I'm just kind of turned off.
Y'all
by
ever seen the show Yes Dear?
No.
No,
Yes,
but
it
I've
rings
seen
a bell, though.
I've seen it though.
Yes Dear was a show I used to
Did we
watch.
say King of Queens?
King of Queens.
King of
King
Queens
of
was
Queens.
so
Like-
damn good.
like-
George
bro,
Lopez. Did we mention George Lopez?
You
like,
know you
bro,
used to have the
oh,
best
George
show,
Lopez.
WTTW.
Yes.
They used to
Yes.
have
Oh, yeah,
Arthur
yeah.
with the cats.
Oh,
Arthur
yes.
used to come on that shit.
What's the one
Yes.
with the cats?
Sonia?
Sagwa?
Sagwa.
Clifford.
Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
Like even
Dragon
that.
Tales,
Yeah.
Dragon Tales.
Like-
You would turn on the TV and you had so many options.
You can
Yeah.
watch a TV all day. And yeah, it is a nostalgia.
Except for that one goddamn day.
Saturday?
That
Sunday.
Nickelodeon said, go outside. Y'all remember that day?
Yeah.
Go outside day.
I don't remember that.
The
day.
TV was black. Well, not
What?
black. I'm sorry. It had their logo and it just said, today is our outside day. And I was like, I remember watching as a kid, like, who are you to tell me to go outside?
We had Degrassi.
Degrassi is amazing.
Robot Chicken.
That-
Me
We
and
had
John
Robot
started
Chicken.
watching
Boondocks.
Degrassi when we would go into, like, you know, in the place how they got the that center in the middle by the court. We used to go there for like after school, and they would play Degrassi there. That's how we started watching that.
I had saw a tweet yesterday that said, "What's a show that should have never been canceled?" And Boondocks was one of the first shows that came to my mind. But it's
Boondocks
like,
was so ahead of
Everybody
its
hates
time.
Chris,
And you know what?
but they just got
Another
old.
show.
The thing
bro.
about the Boondocks is that a lot of the jokes went over people's head that they were satire to stuff, and people would clip a person of the Boondocks like, see, the Boondocks was right, but the Boondocks was making fun of you for making fun of that situation. But you didn't. It went over your head.
yeah.
So Boondocks is definitely one of the ones. Rest in peace to Pop.
Can
You know what
rewatch-
else made the
is it
Boondocks
on a
raw,
streaming
like-
service?
Huh?
Is it on a stream?
Yeah.
I might
You know
have
what
to
made
rewatch that
Boondocks
shit.
raw though too?
What's that?
Because
Soundtrack.
soundtrack and
Yes,
they
bro.
the fight scenes they're anime like
Yes.
they're anime
But
fight
that-
scenes
that's-
like they
that
take them out of like
soundtrack is
other
phenomenal.
anime. What?
Who is that
Soundtrack is
Nujabes?
phenomenal.
No, Nujabes did Samurai Champloo. Never mind. Who did that? I'm gonna look and see who did that sound.
What
I
was
know
the
who did
other?
that soundtrack.
What was the other show that just came out? It was animated. It was about the Black Warrior. What was his name?
What is it? What's the
It was on Netflix.
Black
It was
Warrior?
like a Black Warrior.
I know
or
exactly
Black-
what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it right now.
That soundtrack. Flying Lotus did it.
Yes,
Brilliant.
yes. I can't remember the name of it. But
Brilliant.
it's based on like a real black samurai.
Yeah.
But Flying Lotus did.
I
it.
love when a movie got their own soundtrack.
Yes, bro.
Spider-Man shit with Metro Boomin?
It can. Yes.
That shit is amazing.
It can elevate a
bro.
movie from like a 6 to an 8 or a show from an 8 to a 10.
You know what I
A
did
good
yesterday? I
soundtrack.
was walking around the house and I was playing the 2K12 soundtrack. And the look I was getting, I was just confused. And I'm like, you don't understand.
The
like,
face you get when the old 2K song comes on from like a couple years
Yes,
ago, bro.
yes.
You be like,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
said
immediate.
I won't bow down
To
to
no-
no man.
And that's a song I would have never heard unless it was 2K.
Ever. Burn, burn, burn.
It's crazy not just hearing. You ever heard a word and like immediately kind of unlocks like a memory bank or whatever, and like some nostalgia.
That's
This
why
is still on the 2K, but like somebody was like talking about the old jump shots, and it's like High School 1, and I'm like, I remember High School 1.
Base 63?
What happened?
Was it
That
Base
was
60?
2K17.
I remember I had Rachel.
I was like, I
jump
remember
on.
base 70. I was
Base
telling them
70,
about that.
base
Yeah,
70.
base 70. That's
said
when
Ray
Mason was
Allen?
still on the
Rachel
game.
Demeter.
Oh, Rachel Demeter jumper.
I used to like
Green
that
in
Ray
that
Allen
movie.
Yeah.
bass. He put his feet kind of in. No, that was Aldridge. That was Aldridge.
Oh, Aldridge. Everybody had Aldridge.
But
Oh, same subject. Have you seen the last Airbender new series?
No.
They live actioned it.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's unfortunate. 'cause
Disappointing.
Airbender itself is like one of the best shows ever.
It is. It
So
is.
for that,
And
for
I
that
think
to
the
happen,
reason is bad is because they cut so many corners. Where like the last Airbender let us like really sit in the moment. There's a lot of suspense revolving around Aang and like him finding out about his village and stuff, which I don't want to spoil, but it's a goddamn 15-year-old TV show, so whatever. And the live action, I didn't finish it because the first episode was like you got rid of one of the biggest twists in the entire like series in the first episode. I don't want to watch this shit no
you know
more.
what's crazy? I felt
It looked good though.
with the live action, I I haven't watched it yet, but I'm surprised because I felt the same thing about. I didn't know I was gonna feel about One Piece live action, but I felt like that was amazing.
Yes,
like they
and
did a
I
really
think
good job.
That's the trap. They were working on this before One Piece came out, but we see a lot of different things. Like there's another anime that's about to get a live action adaptation, just because One Piece did so well, and part of the reason it did well is because the actual writer of One Piece was on production. The writers of The Last Airbender started on production and then left because they weren't given the opportunity to build their show. That should have been the moment in my head that clicked to say this shit about to be bad. Because if the creator is not there and part of the project, then everybody's reinterpreting your art, and it was bad. So
yeah, I'm not surprised.
I still don't love the idea of
live action and everything.
And then rebooting stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I hate a remake,
and
bro.
I understand it because it's like so far like in today's age, it's hard to really think of something that's just straight up original. Like it's so many remakes, or you're even just taking ideas off something else. And
Here's a part 2 of this movie that didn't need a part. A Quiet Place did not need a part 2, and now they're working on a part 3.
Well, they're not making a part 4 of Bad Boys now.
Yes, that trailer actually made me excited though. I can't lie.
I love Bad Boys.
I can't lie. I was excited.
I didn't see
trailer.
Bad Boys 3, so I gotta watch that. Bad Boys 4.
Did I see Bad Boys 3? I don't know if I did. Now that you say that,
The trailers. I watched the trailer when you get a chance. Oh, you say you didn't see 3 though.
No,
I think it's one of those. I don't think you need to see 3.
I don't.
Oh,
you absolutely don't need to see.
But you
that.
maybe should. But you don't. I don't think it's a necessity.
Okay.
Big movies is kind of never been. I mean, it's good to see them, obviously, but
No, I like this conversation though because I don't get to watch TV as much as I used to.
I told you I've been
I don't
watching
really
the
watch
old
TV.
2000 shows. I finished The Wire, and I'm currently watching 24. I'm in the midst of that, but like I always think about having to wait.
even that.
Having to
24,
wait a
yeah.
week before the next
Did you watch
episode.
Lost?
I
I seen the first.
Lost?
I seen like the
I
first.
didn't make it to the end.
I seen like the first season.
Good. Your memory of Lost. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Don't watch the ending. Ruins
Okay.
everything.
Hey, you know what? Real shit. We talking about TV again. They don't make shows like they used to. So I'm not looking for The Wire in 2024. I'm not looking for Sopranos. I'll just rewatch those. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I never finished because I always have that. I'm gonna watch The Wire and finish it. I'm gonna finish The Sopranos, even though I know how it ends. Love is Blind, man.
Oh, love me and
Here they go.
no bullshit, but
No
Love is
bullshit.
Blind.
That's
is a
why
good
we
show.
need to get y'all show started, man.
Y'all should watch it.
Y'all
I'm
should,
telling
though.
y'all.
I don't-
told
I-
you
I'll
know what
be
I
honest
was
with
watching
you.
yesterday because my girl was watching Love After Lockdown.
What the
Y'all
hell
ain't never
is
heard
that?
of it?
It's like, just say I'm in jail, right? And you my girlfriend. You stick around until I get out of jail, and then it pretty much shows our life after I'm done getting
It's
locked
just
up.
the most toxic thing.
I can imagine.
I don't like reality TV, especially love reality.
Me neither.
I love it.
Me
But
neither, bro.
KB is such a good.
I love it.
Love is
I
Blind.
don't
Is
like
so
reality
good.
TV.
I watched X on the Beach, Love is Blind, Teen Mom Young
Love
and
Island?
Pregnant. I've never seen no
Oh,
shit like
okay.
that. No.
I'm telling you, Love is Blind is so unique that you'll probably like it.
That's why it got me because it was unique.
Yes.
I got tired of seeing the same thing. I'm not them bachelorette type. I like some little drama, some little weird, but it's so creative where you literally are talking to a person through this wall and you basing everything off their conversation, their voice, and then you go out there and you either hit the jackpot like, boy, I know what I'm doing, or you walk out there and you got Megan Fox.
What platform is it on?
It's on Netflix.
I'll watch a few episodes today, and I'll
only-
watch.
Start
Only
at,
reality
go to
one?
season 6. Watch season 6.
That
Yes,
is-
season 6.
That's the most current one.
That's the one I watched.
It's not chronological.
No.
That's the one I watched. Season 6.
Okay, cool.
Because season 6
Last
is like
time-
probably the best version of it. So
Last time D-Mills told me to watch season 6, it was season 6 to 90 Days In, and that's when I really got hooked on 6.
Another
90
good
Days
show.
In is
I'll-
like the
I'll
only
60
show.
Days
I'll give
in
it a
is
few
very-
episodes to see if I enjoy it.
I'm telling you. Does Suzanne watch it?
I don't know what she I don't know what she watches.
Oh.
Other than I know she watched Grey's Anatomy. She watched other shows, but like I'll walk into her watching other shows, but I don't know what the name
Grey's
of the show
Anatomy is
Okay.
is the one that they'll be watching.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
so
one.
I hate.
I hate that show.
so
I've never
much.
gotten into it either.
Good.
Why did you
It's-
hate it? You hate it the same reason I hate it?
I personally I don't like the idea of death,
My boy.
and turmoil.
Thank you.
That's the whole
Thank
show.
You. Who
Yeah.
wants to sit around? I tried to watch
Oh
it.
my God! I just did cocaine, and now I got to do a surgery, and now the patient's dead.
Yeah.
Why would I want to see that?
Derek, have you tried to watch it?
I've watched little bits and pieces. It's always just never been.
And it's like, oh, my patient's flatlining, but I need to go in this janitor room and have sex real quick.
Yes.
What is
Bro,
happening?
every episode is some traumatic shit. They trying to put a person on a damn elevator. The elevator closed, chop his leg off. The girl trying to go into the hospital on a normal day for work. The first 15 seconds of the episode, bus hit her. Every episode.
Bro, you know what's so funny about it? I go to couples therapy, and then my wife was telling our therapist, yeah, I hate watching death. I'm like, that's all you do. That's the whole premise of your TV show. The main characters in that show had a fucking plane crash. They were in a plane crash.
You know what? I'm gonna go to play like the little devil's advocate.
To this. Shot. They had an active shooter was in the thing. Plane crash, hit by a car. You go in the elevator, get your leg chopped off. You watch,
bro.
And they got 20 seasons.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I feel like I'm the same way.
20 seasons.
Where it's like I see somebody roll their ankle and I just can't stand it. But it's just like all I do is watch horror movies or like slasher movies all day.
Is it because it's a disconnect because you know it's fictional?
A little bit, but I mean it's still the same premise. Like me watching somebody get his head cut off or something like that. Like
and TV and movies.
Yeah, and TV. It's gonna be a lot different, but it's I see the connection a little bit.
But the only thing I'm saying is like if you have anxiety about death and injuries and blood, then this is the exact opposite show that you should be watching.
I understand people like genres of everything. Mm-hmm. You like horror. I understand that. I personally, I don't watch anything that don't correlate to how I want to feel. 90% of the things I watch is going to have some type of jovial or funny tune because I'm just a person that enjoys to laugh and be goofy. So, of course, I love Adam Sandler and Will Smith. Of course, that's majority of the shit.
Adam Sandler got a new animated movie. Really good.
Oh, does he? Because
yes,
his
really
animated
good.
movie from over 15 years ago, the Christmas one, phenomenal.
9 Crazy Nights or 8 Crazy Nights or something.
So if he did it again, he should just continue to do that.
It's really good.
I'm not against horror movies. I watch Amityville Horror. You know what I'm saying? I watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Damn, you going back?
Those are the ones I like. I like
Freddy vs. Jason.
I like the old shit.
I like the old ones more so than the new ones.
I remember the reason I stopped watching this new shit is because of 2 movies. I think I went to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from like a decade ago with like Darnie and them. We was like,
was it the one with the
Trey Songz?
With Trey Songz in it? Yeah.
that movie did not scare me, and I'm a scary ass person.
But they
when I watch
so many like remakes and it's just
that's
like,
why I go back to the old ones. And I went to go see it about 5-6 years ago.
Those are good.
The newer one?
I enjoyed those.
The first one I didn't like. I didn't go back to see the other one after that. But the first one with they just didn't scare me.
I love the
scary,
movies,
but they're good.
But that's why I didn't like it, because when I was younger and my brother LaShawn showed me it for the very first time, it scared the shit
we
out of me.
We had that motherfucker on VHS where it's just all white and you just see the clown nose.
Yes.
One scene in that, and I will never forget it. We were in your dad's house in that front room watching this goddamn movie. Do y'all remember the yearbook scene?
Oh.
It's maybe not a yearbook, but it's some form of a book, and they're in like this old western, and the book starts flipping pages by itself, and it's pages of Pennywise walking,
and he comes
and
out.
then the next page he jumping out. Hell no! And that shower scene, I kid you not, I may have been 7 years old when I watched that. I did not shower for about 3 days because of that scene.
Get your steak in there.
I was 7, but I swear to you, I would go to the bathroom, turn on the water, sit on the toilet for about 10 minutes, which would be like, in that 7 years old, 10 minutes is a normal shower for me, and act like I took a shower. That scene scarred me, bro.
That's so funny. I be laughing at the fact because I just be thinking about how the movie start out where he's like chasing the boat or whatever, and then go down that like drain. Why the hell is you sticking your arm down there for a paper boat?
Yeah. There's certain things as a parent that I'm teaching my daughter right now.
Yeah, just know.
Don't put your hand in this. Even if it's a clown that looks cool, do not put your hand over there.
That's why I grew up in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, those movies scared the shit out of me. So I don't really look at horror. I'll watch it, but like that ain't my go-to. If you ever ask me what movie we gonna watch, it's gonna be an action movie, it's gonna be a sports movie, or it's gonna be a funny movie.
I like thrillers that aren't exactly like horror movies, but like there's like a story behind it.
I like that too.
Or like,
I think
what's
that's
that
why,
one movie where like they're online, they're at a computer, and like there's some man searching. Yes, Searching was a good movie.
Yeah. What I know you liked this movie.
I went to the movie theater twice to see that.
Where would you put Stranger Things in terms of like shows?
Season 1 was really good. I think it was really good because we didn't know anything, right? We went in relatively blind. Last season wasn't fun for me.
Really?
It wasn't fun.
It got me hyped for the like. I know it's still a long time for the next season,
but no. Started filming.
But I think the reason I like Stranger Things so much is because I never really did the research on it, but I felt like there was some inspiration from it with like the losers club to the Hellfire Club. Like the losers club is OG.
I think the reason I didn't like it as much is because my favorite character is Caleb.
You never seen Stranger Things?
No,
I haven't either.
I said it's worth watching. But my favorite character is Lucas, the black guy.
Yeah.
This last season they made him a jackass.
Yeah.
He completely turned on his
why?
homies. I mean, it came back at the end of it because he's a brother in the 80s. But he had to face some real racism in that show.
He did.
Like,
he did.
faced real
I
racism.
do like thrillers though, and suspense and having to place things together. That's why I like The Gift. I always bring that movie up, but I like The Gift.
Or like
'cause
Taken. Taken was a good thriller.
Taken is good.
Like suspenseful.
But the thing about Taken that's different than like The Gift, I know the ending.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you walk into the theater, I know Liam Neeson is
He's gonna find his
He's
dog.
going to
find
kill
it.
600 people, but he's going
Yes,
to find his
I know the ending of that.
Same thing with like the John Wick movies. Like you can turn your brain off. You're gonna see some cool kills. You're gonna see Boban Marjanovic fighting some dude that's
John
6'1".
Wick don't got shit on Jack Bauer. I'll tell you that right now.
I can't.
Yeah, I know.
But that's daytime TV. So I'm gonna say yes, he does. John Wick was the #1 assassin in his universe.
None of them got nothing on Neo. He can stop bullets.
But no, because that's daytime TV. So he can't be doing crazy shit.
How?
It's daytime
He's
TV.
He's stopping terrorist attacks 24/7.
Did you see John Wick?
You know how many bodies John Bauer got? He is a federal agent.
You can't talk bodies with John Wick.
I'm telling you,
John Wick, 8 people tried to come into his house and they killed
John
his
Wick
dog.
in his movies. Can you guess how many people he has killed in his movies?
How many?
415 people.
You know how many in his movies?
In his movies.
Jack Bauer has over 400 bodies.
How?
I put it in the chat.
Daytime TV.
I put it in the chat.
Are you seeing these kills or they just
yes, in the because I looked at the little
Jack
numbers.
Bauer's
Whatever.
from 24, right?
Yeah.
How does
In 9 seasons, he's got over 400 bodies. In the season I'm watching now, he got over 60 bodies.
What are you watching it on?
It's a site.
Because
I got all the shows.
I need to watch that because when I was a kid,
that's why
Has
I got
Jack
into
Bauer
it.
ever rode a horse and killed 4 people while riding a horse?
No, he hasn't.
Okay.
24 when 24 came out, I thought it was weak. I was a kid. I was like 7. And I remember it used to come on when Prison Break came on. So Prison Break was my thing.
That's another
and then
Prison
it
Break
would
was
go
a
off.
great show.
That'd go off and 24 come on. I'd be like, fuck 24. Or NFL football on Sunday would come on and it'd be like, stay after 24 is coming on. And I'd be
24
like,
is so like you have to kind of watch it to obviously keep up with it. But
I'm
also,
sure it's a real good show. That's my point.
It is. But me and my girl always be laughing because you know how they do like the little previews of the show before we get into like the little 2-minute recap. They be showing everything off the last episode. He was like, you might as well just watch the recaps.
Rolling Stones did an article of the 100 best TV shows of all time.
Oh man, what's the top 5?
Let's see.
It's gonna be some shit we don't watch. It's gonna be Friends.
I hope
never
it ain't.
dove
Friends
into Friends.
better not be
I
tough.
haven't either.
I've seen every episode of Friends. Just
That-
like how
that
I've
70
watched the
show?
whole thing of
I never really dove into either.
Oh, I love that 70s show.
number
boy.
1 best show of all time according to Rolling Stones, The Sopranos, HBO from 1999 to 2007.
That's good. That's good cinema. You ever seen it?
I haven't gotten
Number
into that
2
show.
is my vote for the best show of all time. Guesses?
No.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons
Oh,
is number 2.
yeah.
This is starting
I
off
should-
as a great list, baby.
Number 3.
We ain't even talk about the Simpsons Magic School Bus or nothing
We could do a Simpsons pod.
we was spoiled.
Number 3, Breaking Bad.
Oh, phenomenal! I'm loving this list. I made this list.
Number
I might have made
4,
this list.
The Wire.
I might have
The
made
Wire,
this
okay.
list.
Number 5,
The Office.
Fleabag.
Never seen
Never
it.
seen it.
Fleabag?
Never
Don't
even heard of it.
Hey, that's that inclusion shit. They trying to include some people. Like, let's make sure.
Number 6, Seinfeld.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
Phenomenal.
Good call.
Not mad at that.
Phenomenal. We didn't even mention that. Another show that I used to think was weak until I became an adult.
Same. Number 7, Mad Men. Now I know people in my everyday life that love Mad Men.
I watched the first season of Mad Men, loved it, but I fell off because again was younger. But I'm sure if I watch it today, which I should, I'll love it. It was a good show.
Number 8 is Cheers.
Smoking cigarettes all
Okay.
day. Too young. Was
young.
I
bullshit.
never
Get it
got
off my
into
Wow. Number 9 is gonna surprise y'all. Atlanta.
That's
Wow,
insane.
that's
amazing.
But you know what?
Wow.
That's
I ain't gonna
amazing.
lie. I've been rewatching like the last season of Atlanta and a couple of they have
It's
good
really
ass
good, bro.
episodes.
It's
like,
crazy.
Atlanta's really good.
good ass
Atlanta
episodes.
is not better than Good Times. You got me bent.
I don't know if Good Times go. The number 10 is the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Don't ask me. It's from the 70s.
That's not better than
Number
not better than
11
Good
is
Times.
another show I've seen a lot of people talk about, Succession. I have not watched
I
Succession.
have not watched it.
It's on HBO.
Yeah, I see it all the time when I'm watching some other shit. It look good. They in the Office or some shit. It
Number
look
12
good.
is a show I've watched though. The Twilight Zone.
The old one.
I haven't
old
watched
one.
the Twilight.
It's
I never
all
got
right.
into Twilight.
Wait, Forrest Whitaker.
No. Forrest Whitaker was around in the 50s.
I was about to say, ain't that shit in black and white?
It is
I
black
must
and
have
Yeah.
watched the remade one.
You might.
Yeah.
Number 13 is Veep. I've heard about this show too. Don't know anything about it. Number 14, The Americans. Never heard of it. Number 15, The Larry Sanders Show. Nothing. Number
Not my
16,
boy from the Bucks.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is 16. I've never seen Twin Peaks, but I've seen
sound
people
familiar.
parody Twin Peaks.
I thought Twin Peaks was just a restaurant. I did not know that was a show.
You be making your jokes too easy, boy.
For real. For real.
That was just me being honest. I legit thought it was just a restaurant.
He just said, bro, never mind. That joke wrote itself that he didn't even want to do it.
Everybody got the joke without him saying it.
Number 18 is Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
30 Rock is 20. All in the
big
Family's
Saturday Night
21.
Live? I could just see the fucking clip.
I just see the clips. I've never wanted to watch it
Sydney
myself.
Sweeney. I could just see the clip. Why watch?
But yeah, all these other shows I can't. Freaks and Geeks, the one season of Freaks and Geeks. And I think that, so like everybody on this cast ended up being like very successful.
Where the Kardashians at on this list?
You got MASH, Sesame Street at 26.
MASH.
I would say, what's the
Do y'all
recognizable
remember
ones?
MASH was my bedtime. When I was
I
a
hated
kid
that
and
show.
I was up and MASH came on, oh hell
I
no,
ain't
it's
never-
3 o'clock
I ain't
in the
never
morning.
seen
It's
that.
time to
Game
go
of
to bed.
Thrones is sitting at 31.
Below MASH?
I'm actually surprised it's that low. Better Call Saul is right after that. The
I never
Office,
got
there it
it.
is. The Office at 34.
That is
30,
better. That
that's-
is better than Better Call Saul.
Lost is 35. We got I Love Lucy's 36. Arrested Development is 37. So this is, I'm not mad at
I
some of these
watched
names.
Arrested Development, and one episode they had a possum. Never watched it again. I hate those things.
Curb Your Enthusiasm's 39. Have y'all watched Curb?
A couple episodes never dove in.
I've seen a couple
I seen one where he was at
episodes,
a Laker game.
BoJack
He was at
Horseman.
the Staples Center.
Bojack?
I
What
saw a
number was Bojack?
documentary about they were filming Curb, and they got a dude exonerated for murder because he
Whoa.
was a background character while they were shooting. He wasn't on contract, but they shot it at a Dodger game.
And so that was his proof.
That was his proof that he was not on the scene. It's a full documentary. It's amazing that he was just in the background, like 2 frames that proves that he was not at the place of the murder.
I wonder who
It's worth watching. I watched it years ago, so I can't give you
was
all
able
the
to
details.
pinpoint that. Did he know he was in the show?
I don't remember. But yeah, this is some good
This
shows
list
here.
sucks. We should make our own.
Okay, Simpsons is one.
No.
I can't be a part of it then.
We can't have our number one show be animated.
Okay, to give me
No,
the
why not if
argument
it
for somebody
deserves
else.
Sopranos.
I can't even give my opinion. I've never watched.
I never watched Sopranos either.
But
Never
you
seen
watched
that.
The Wire? The Sopranos is better than The Wire. Watch The Sopranos.
See, this one got all
Breaking
over the place.
Bad.
I haven't got past the first episode.
Oh, shit.
You haven't got past
The first episode.
Shit.
Is it something about it that turns you off to it, or
The first episode, every time I watch it, I just get bored and I just never
Really?
continue watching.
That's crazy.
I thought the
But-
first episode was really good.
But in my
I know
argument
I
to this,
I should always keep watching,
Yes.
but sometimes for me, the first
how
episode,
many shows?
I be saying give it the three episode minimum.
How many shows would you say the first episode is the
Because a
one?
lot, first
Game
of
of
all,
Thrones.
during the
That's
first couple
true.
episodes, they're doing like character
But
introductions.
is that game?
Like,
Is that episode 1?
No, I don't mean I don't want to spoil it. I don't.
that's
mean
part of the the
but
thing
the first
about
episode
shows
was like
is you having like some type of like connection with the people in the shows. Like
Yeah.
you like those people, you don't like them. Like
Yeah, you gotta
I
give
you
feel
it
gotta
like
get that connection
The
first.
shows that I
even
really
think-
love, they hooked me on the first episode, like The Office, like
Where you
Prison
can't.
Break.
Where you can't.
Well, yeah, it's just because
Like
they gonna
Prison
have a
Break,
bunch of
like,
jokes. They gonna make your ass laugh.
Lost hooked me on the first episode.
Was it?
Fucking
Yeah,
Dexter.
literal-
Dexter hooked me on the first episode.
Dexter's a good one. Whenever
Like,
you mention.
I'll let you know right now, Derek. Breaking Bad is 1,000 times better than Dexter.
I would
okay.
agree to that.
1,000 times better than Dexter.
I like
Breaking
even
Bad. I
fucking
never
close.
watched.
It's not close.
Not
Better
even
Call
close.
Saul though.
Not even close. Because it's an actual show. It's like Dexter was an actual show too, but this is like a show you have to watch. Everything makes sense. Everything matters. You have to pay attention to
Wow.
everything.
Did y'all watch The Boys?
no, but I
No.
know what The Boys is.
Episode 1 of The Boys
a
is
comic as
another
well.
one of them.
Is
It's-
it?
No. It's that parody superhero show.
Right. Ain't it like Four Guys?
No, it's not a comedy at all.
No, I said a comic.
Oh, a comic. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a
based on a
comic.
comic. Yeah. I just googled best episode 1s in history. They got Lost as the best. They got Sherlock as the second best. I've
Never
never
seen
seen
it.
Sherlock. The Boys is third. Ozark,
Ozarks is one of that's that show.
Breaking Bad. See, yeah, Breaking Bad's pilot is really, really good. I'm surprised you can't get past
You've
that.
never seen the Ozarks?
No.
I've
See,
always wanted to start
I feel
it.
like in some type of way because
That's the
there's
dude that
always
played in
that
The Gift. What's his name?
Jason Bateman.
Yep.
But it's that drug connection and like that family doing
Yeah.
undercover.
Hey,
It's got that same connection.
You know what's out here?
What?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
That pilot. Come on, man. Stop messing with it.
Hey, get into that Breaking Bad, boy. That shit.
It'll change your life.
That was the first show I ever watched completely and was like, you see people say this now on Twitter all the time, but like I watched this as like a teen. So I was probably, but I finished it and I felt empty.
Okay.
Like, what do I do? Like I felt like this was my, like I was a part of it. So when it ended, I was like, damn, like
I
I
know
love
that's
shows
how
like that.
that's how I felt when I finished The Wire, and I like you just need that another show to keep
Yeah.
going when it's like
That's how
all
I
you
felt
know
with
for
Prison
so
Break.
long.
Like,
Yeah.
like, damn, what else do I watch now?
So when I see people say that, I understand it now because that was the first show where everything that happened, I knew. Now I finished this show probably, I don't know how long ago. I know the main shit, but it's shit that you could probably, if when you start watching, you probably be like, remember this scene? I'll be like, do I remember the pizza being on top of the roof? Yeah,
I do.
I do, but like,
Snowfall was one of those shows for me that I was like, damn.
boom, yep,
That shit was,
yep.
when it ended, I'm like, damn.
But you know why you're funny? Because Snowfall was at 1 in real time, and your ass, the last episode, we always like, damn, you was I just started it. Like, damn, where was you at?
Yeah,
in the
I'm with
peak of it?
Derek on that too, though. Sometimes
You was?
Yeah, I do that with anime all the time. Well, I don't want to watch because I don't like waiting week to
You
week.
don't like waiting? Yeah.
So when the
Understandable.
season is done, I watch it. But
Understandable.
there's some shows that traverse it. Like Freerun, it's my number 1 anime of the year, or I guess last year. I was going week to week. Or I am going week to week on that one. I can't wait. But a lot of shows, I'm like, I'll wait till the season. Vinland Saga, I'll wait till the season.
I go
So
week to week with like BMF. That's now out.
it's certain ones you want to be there for the Twitter conversations and stuff
Yeah.
like that for sure. But yeah.
But Snowfall was so damn
I
good.
didn't start Snowfall in real time either though. But that's what I'm saying. When they got like the peak height of like you cannot avoid people
Yeah.
talking about it on Twitter, that's when I dove in. So that's like season 3.
That's how I
and
did with Game of Thrones.
You catch exactly. But when you started like literally the last episode, I'm like,
Yeah.
Derek, you are crazy.
Me and Angie recently watched Queen of the South.
My
That was-
dad loves that show.
That was one of my favorite shows I've watched.
He loves
That
recently.
sounds so familiar.
He said it was weak, but he still loved it. It got to a certain point where it was like just
Hey,
weak
it's-
and
It
predictable.
shows like
Oh,
that
yeah.
for sure.
Because it's the queen of stuff, so she probably untouchable. She faced through some shit, and you know she gonna get through. You know that whole
plot
typical
armor.
thing.
That plot armor
and
real.
he was just like it's so predictable, but he still liked it though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I love movies that had like that
Plot
drug
armor for
connection,
sure.
like moving drugs, the government's involved and all that. I love that. type
even
of thing.
Snowfall, there were certain things where you was just
said
like,
moving drugs?
Yeah.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
No, I have not.
All right.
That's why.
it's the number
fits
one movie. I mean, number one TV
It's
show.
the number 1 drug show of all time.
Yeah.
Because it's not typical. It's not Franklin in the hood moving packs.
Okay.
So white
he is
man that
stuffing that
teaches
shit in the wall though.
white man that teaches at Hinsdale South with a bald head,
Yep.
moving that shit.
Oh shit.
Well, you never knew the premise of the show?
No, I never knew.
He said he only seen the first episode.
But even without seeing the first episode, like sometimes you just know the premise of a
No,
show.
I never knew the premise of the show at all.
You don't know who
So you
Jesse-
didn't know Breaking Bad was about drugs at all?
No.
what you thought it was about?
I know.
He thought it was. He seen him in school and thought it was about. He thought it was about class.
episode 1. He like, oh, I ain't watching this science shit. and then
You know he walked out of Star Wars too, right?
the local.
He thought it was a movie book.
You walked out of Star Wars.
I didn't watch Star Wars. I only think I
Yes,
seen one.
'cause
I
it
think I only
started as
seen
a
one
book.
movie.
No.
Then he saw, the Breaking Bad logo as a periodic table.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this too sciencey. He like, this way too sciencey.
Now y'all got me wanting to sit down and lock in.
Please do.
Bro,
It's
you
one
finna
of
be
the greatest
so late,
shows
but it's gonna be
of
worth it
all
though.
It will be
time.
worth it.
It's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Okay.
Like no BS.
I'm gonna binge watch and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Ooh, and my man's in there too. What's his name? The big guy.
Oh.
Wasn't he play? Remember Lavelle Crawford? Doesn't he play in Breaking Bad?
He laid on the
Yeah.
money.
You remember?
Yes,
Yep.
he is,
Yep.
yeah.
Lavelle Crawford
You
in there
said the
too.
big guy.
That
I
was
thought you was
one
talking
dude
about,
that I never found that funny.
Who?
Lavelle Crawford.
He's not
lot of-
funny in Breaking Bad either.
A lot of his comedy is like, hey, I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of his
That shit already got me left.
So you you are crazy. So you know what Better Call Saul is?
No.
You ever heard of it?
No.
Okay. Because that was gonna blow my mind.
But
if
you know
was
what?
watching.
You like Gabriel Iglesias.
I do.
Who
Gabriel
most of his
Iglesias
jokes are, hey, I'm fluffy, I'm a big
is-
guy.
Yeah. In a way, I do like him.
Yeah.
But he do become a little annoying with the big jokes.
Why? Because you big?
No.
Oh, okay.
I be wanting a little different substance.
Because you
Yeah.
ain't you
Bro, Lavelle
big.
Crawford
You
funny,
big, but you're
boy.
not big like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They ass is big.
They fluffy.
You big strong. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
big Poppy Ortiz still can hit a home run. I don't know.
Big sloppy.
I don't know if they swinging and missing. They swinging and missing. But yeah, man, Breaking Bad. We gave y'all an after show. Also, how long this episode is? 2 hours and 9 minutes. Boom. 2 hours. So yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Unplugged segment. Me and D Mills, man, yeah, we might have to. Well, we shot the stuff for the stream.
Yeah.
We might have to just do a pilot episode and talk about Love is Blind, man. Give these people what they want. We'll see y'all on Tuesday though. We out.
Peace.